Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another exciting chapter of A Tale the 20 Presents Descent into the Void Campaign 2, Season 2, where five friends journey together to tell a story of mythic proportion. Hi, everybody. How-
Hello.
Hi, my
Hi.
cat's here.
Me?
I know, I saw
Whoa.
Champion.
He's on my lap. Hello, sir. This is a Wendy's. You have to calm it down.
Champion just wants those spicy nugs.
He loves them spicy. Excuse me. I'm going to be muted.
But hope you all had a wonderful, amazing weekend. Anything interesting happen as we go around the room really quick? Zek, how was your week since last time we
Well,
met?
Friday, I made some awesome assets in pencil and paper land. I did that on stream here on ATOD, and that was a ton of fun. Part of the whole process of making digital assets for map making and stuff. And that was, I thought it went really well. Had a fun time. Then roasted a little bit yesterday outside. It was so hot. And had to take my girlfriend to the airport this morning. So
Where's she going?
she is going out of state for work for like a week and a half.
A
God.
week and a
What?
half. Oh man.
Yeah,
I'm sure she will be missed.
she will be.
All right, Travis, what about you? How's your week gone?
Sorry, I didn't mean to make it be so dramatic. My weekend was fine. I enjoyed watching Zeki here on ATOD, cheering him on, doing some prep for the Radiant Citadel, which will be happening tomorrow, Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And Saturday, as Zeki said, baked outside, but I baked outside in my pool. Um, I did some yard work, enjoyed lounging in the sun, and then watched the thunderstorms roll in. And
Nice.
now I'm ready to play.
Awesome. I do love sitting down and watching the thunderstorms. A nice, cathartic, peaceful time. Rachel, what about you? How was your week? How's everything going?
My week was fine. Not very eventful, but Charles had a big yesterday.
Ooh.
She defended the burlesque dancers at the Queer Punk Outlaws show once again, but she got absolutely trounced by J. George. So she took a boot to the gut and a scissor kick. So she's feeling silly, but angry and ready to fight that silly, silly man.
Awesome.
The Charles report.
I can't wait till the day I get to see Charles in action.
Oh, it's good. The outfit Charles wore was insane.
Oh my god, it
It's like
looks
this weird tutu thing. It ruled. She's looking good out there.
fantastic. Well, give me your schedule so that way I can align it with mine, and yeah, definitely gonna be
Cool.
there. We'll do an outing. And finally, Declan. Hey, how's it going all the way over there?
It is not roasting over here. It has been raining heavily for the last 3 days. Like I could go out and bathe in my yard. It's that flooded. Like it's been nuts. It's been a pretty busy week. I am working on a charity stream at the end of the month, and that is taking up most of my time. And then yesterday, uh, the crew from Romance in the Dungeon came down, and we recorded 9 hours of D&D for the show. So I'm a very sleepy, totally carb baby today. So you might see a gentler, softer side of Dullahan because I'm very full of carbs today.
Awesome. I can't wait for the charity stream. I believe I'm in one of them as well.
You are. Oh, Omar, you're in the you're in the insane one that we just decided to do on a Friday. Like that was, and I hope you're working on your costume, by the way.
Oh yeah, of
I
course.
mine is almost done, and I can't wait because I'm playing. I'm gonna be playing a bard who feels like a fighter. So yeah, he's working towards it. So no, I'm really excited for that one. It's gonna be a blast.
I can't wait. I do have my costume. I'm not saying going in the comfort zone because I'm comfortable with most things, but I am doing a Asmar paladin warlock combo, like a seductor, who uses a whip by the name of Vice. So I will be very sensual and whipping people into their place.
Nobody is normal on the team. Like, that's the thing that I'm most excited about. We've all woken up in a carriage wash, in a super happy kingdom of light and gold and wonderful stuff, and we are clearly 5 deviants from the rest of the characters that I've seen. So I cannot wait to see, because it's all random. The story's random. We're all going to be DMing. It's going to be insane. And all the proceeds are going to Trans Lifeline as well. So it's all for a good cause. So.
So
Oh,
good.
we love that.
Yeah, so we'll have to plug it at the end of this as well, just to remind people, because we definitely want to have everyone come check that out on that Friday. All right, awesome. I worked like all the time over the weekend. We just work, as Rihanna says, and so I'm finally happy to be able to play D&D, even though it's Sunday and I got to work tomorrow, but it's Sunday because we get to play D&D. So nothing exciting on my end. But with that being said, before we begin, let's just go over some brief announcements. First, of course, all the maps that we show here, all the beautiful art on them, is by none other than Che Peku. They are a duo that creates amazing maps, so you can check them out on their website, Chepeku, that's CZEPEKU.com, or like us, join their Patreon, and you'll have access to all those beautiful maps, and that's Patreon/Chepeku. Our amazing sponsor for season 2 is none other than Level Up Advanced 5th Edition. All the cool things that you see that we'll be introducing today, and the things that we did the other weeks, all came from the Brilliant Books supplemental 5e book of Level Up Advanced 5th Edition. It is a rule set. It takes that 5e rule set that you all know and love, and it just makes it more in depth. It basically levels up your game, allowing you for more options, more customization, and who hates that? So you can check them out at www.a5e.tools, and it's all available, ready for you to use when at your leisure. Also, Fantasy Grounds. We partner with Fantasy Grounds, and is the virtual tabletop experience, as I like to put it, that is right on your computer. So instead of you traveling and trying to get everyone together, you can have the convenience of playing Dungeons and Dragons from your very home, as long as you have the internet and the virtual tabletop of Fantasy Grounds. So you can check that out, as we'll be showcasing it today, at fantasygrounds.com, or use the affiliate link below, please. And you will have access to this amazing program. All music here is a Tale D20's original, or by Jan Rosa, who's an amazing composer, and Dark Fantasy Studios. So, that being said, and all the announcements out of the way, why don't we just jump right into tonight's episode of Descent into the Void Campaign 2. Cue the intro. And we are back. So, MGUs. Last time, you had completed once again, or added a new member to your circle. An Asamar by the name of Dullahan, who seemed to be antagonistic towards the group, dealing with his own issues with his fallen town known as Monster. You had banded together, though butted heads many times. As you had lamented over the aftermath of losing the other members of your circle, Dullahan had entered into the forbidden area known as the Infinite Corridor. There, followed by the rest of you, of the MGU circle, had entered in there and had experienced an event with an unknown entity you had come to realize was a Morai, a fate that told you your destinies. But after ejecting you out of their specific door, you were cast back out into the Infinite Corridor, where everything changed. Something dark and decrepit took over as all the other infinite doors slammed shut, and you were teleported into a strange room with lava at the bottom. It was a room of machines and cogs and wheels all spinning, but you can sense the essence of the nine hells emanating from this area. As you try to make your way back to Lucian, who was holding open the doorway from the Infinite Corridor, several strange drake-like creatures had appeared and attacked you as the arena or the room itself began attacking you. Ink was able, though, to turn off the defenses and capture what seemed to be a strange glowing tesseract that powered up this mechanical room, and you were able to escape with your lives. Lucian had said that he would keep this a secret, not to tell anyone what happened, and to never do that again. You all began to discuss the things you found, possibly Lumarian in nature, as that room and this tesseract look very Lumarian or Cloyfian in nature. But with that being said, you all decided to rest. You were tired. But Dullahan had stormed off, looking for some ways to burn off some steam, as Zendark followed, where he went down to the expedition hall and grabbed a few quests, signing your MGU signature on the Null quest, a C-tier quest, as you have reached that prestige in order to take it. For that he had returned back, but not before running into Grem Meter, who wished to bribe, in a sense, his loyalty, as he had let loose some information that the House of Zen was falling into a sort of depredation, something money-wise. He didn't give out exactly, but he did say that his father, who's on the council, told him about it. Dullahan, though, however, did not acquiesce, and instead feigned it and punched Grem straight in the gut, telling him, with middle fingers raising high, the House of Zen sends their regards. With that, he stormed off, and Dullahan returned back to the room, placing in the quest into his own compartments before you all fell asleep. So, MGUs, you slumber in your own dormitories peacefully. All is calm as one of you, however, tosses and turns in the night. Dreams invade this person's mind, the person who received the destiny of prophecy, as I will need Zendark to step into the void.
Bye, everyone.
So
Bye.
So everyone knew stepping into the void means that I mute and deafen everyone except for the person, and we shift over and have a little private conversation. So I'm going to do that for all of you right now. Alrighty. Testing. Can you guys hear me? Excellent.
I can.
Oh, yes, of course. So why don't we jump you into the void? looks like my camera is way off, so apologies for that. Let's go ahead and give that a quick fix. Here we are.
It's okay. I'm still coming into view. The prophecy is coming into focus still.
Alrighty. So, Zendaric, as you slumbered during the evening, beads of sweat grow and collect on your forehead as you toss and you turn. Images flux into your mind. First, you see 9 strange objects. You can't quite make out what they are, but you see them all there on top of some type of dark surface of sorts, all glowing and emanating with a reddish black hue. The scene then shifts as you can hear the snarls of some type of great beast echoing throughout this dark chamber. As 10 eyes, 5 sets of 2, light up the darkness in the background, yellow and sharp, but large. You begin to shiver as your body uncontrollably floats around this room where these 9 objects that are blurry and hazy are beginning to pulse. As you hear a voice, a monstrous voice talking out.
Soon all will be in place. I have collected my champions. My harbinger. Go. Find them and bring them to the sacred circle. My awakening will be at hand.
As this strange voice echoes throughout this large chamber, the scene shifts once again. You see a woman with long blonde hair, elf-like ears, and a paladin's armor, holding up a shield that's emanating light as she walks through a dark cave. You zoom in. Yes, this person's familiar. And then you realize shortly that it's Zenadora. Hello? Ari, I wish you were here. Hello? Is anyone out there? I'm Zenadora from the House of Zen. I come from the Fractal Centaurum. If you can hear me, follow the sound of my voice. Follow the sound of my— Ah! The sound goes, her voice disappears and it goes silent as you immediately wake up in the morning with just yourself covered in your sweat, your blood dripping from your eyes as they have been activated, turning around and spinning with the many different fractal patterns that are inside, as we will now return back from the void. Welcome back, everyone. Hope you had a pleasant stay. So,
What?
you all wake up from your peaceful dreams. Most of you. Most of you peaceful dreams, I should say. As you stretch and do your morning routine and receive a long rest after a very long day prior. What do you all wish to do next?
Are we all like awake at the same time?
Yeah, you all generally get up at the same time. Make your way out to the central common room.
I sit on a couch.
Yeah. Big Steve and I also sit on a couch. Because Ink is like, let's do nothing today. Ink is waking up and going, let's do nothing. How's that sound? Let's take a break.
A lazy song just playing in the background.
Today I did, like they're strumming. Today I don't feel like doing anything. It's on their little lute or something.
Delahan, do you also join the party?
Yeah, Dylan's kind of come out and it like doing that sort of foraging thing. Kind of, he doesn't know where anything is, so he's kind of opening cabinets and just looking to fix something. And I think kind of seeing everybody, you know, in this sort of like downtime and the relaxing, there's a pit in his stomach because he's calmed down since yesterday. And now he doesn't know how to tell them that he signed us off on a quest, and he's kind of being really awkward in himself, more so than he had been the day before. It's just doesn't know what to say.
Do we pick up on this awkwardness, Dullahan?
Should we roll a perception check for awkward?
You can roll insight.
An insight check? I'll roll an insight check for awkward.
Like, are you trying to hide this awkwardness as best you can?
Yeah, but like, it's that thing of Dullahan has no poker face. Like, there, I will just kind of establish that as a character. Bluffing is not his strong suit.
Yeah, I'll say anything higher than probably like a 10 and up, you can totally tell.
Hank rolled an 8, so Ink is just strumming and humming across the room.
Sally, with your 17, yeah, you totally get that there's some awkward weirdness going on with Dullahan.
Dullahan, do you need any help? I can kind of tell you where stuff is. You seem a little bit more awkward than usual.
I'm just looking for. Do you have, by any chance, any dried figs? Is that a thing that I can? It's how I usually start the morning.
Of course, I always keep dried figs in my rations. It's like an instant sugar burst of energy whenever you need it after a long day.
Oh, but also, I do believe we have some on the top shelf on the left side cabinet. Ink knows where everything is in this kitchen. Ink has been cooking.
Ink has like a photo, a memory that would be almost like a painting.
Thanks.
That's so deeply fucked. I love it.
Like, he's gonna do that thing where it's this cabinet, and he opens it, and it's the one next to that, and like with his back to everybody, and like his like firmly, like he's put most of his head into the press, looking. He's just gonna say, so I did something yesterday, and I think you're gonna be mad.
I mean, it's not like you decided to like take a bunch of missions or something on our lazy day.
Yeah. Or, you already did run into the infinite corridor, so what's
Yeah,
worse
well,
than
it
that?
can't be worse than that. right?
Honestly.
Okay, so I did that, and I also assaulted a student.
Which
Who?
student?
I don't know. He was this scrawny, wiry, ratty. Just he just. I think his name is like Grim or Grem or Flem.
Gren
or...
Meter? He
Oh, that's
deserved
fine.
it. He deserves it, honestly.
Okay.
He's a real git.
So yeah, Dullahan's done that thing where you tell two bad things, and you hope they forgot the first one you said. So
wait, what was that other thing you said?
Wait, did you sign us up for a mission on our lazy day?
I found the figs. Thanks. And he's just gonna sit down and like just jam a handful in there. Like he's just gonna like more dried figs in his mouth than he possibly could fit.
Wait, did you say you took multiple things?
I my jaw is just. These ones are just really.
Yeah, they're a little chewy.
Yeah, just one. Just. They wouldn't let me. They wouldn't let me take more than one.
So which one did you take?
We have
Did
to
you at least take like a nice F1, like an easy one?
Yeah, like a low key one. Though, Sully, our first low key one led us into the void. So
Yeah, pretty high key actually. so-
Actually, so who knows? Maybe a higher level one would be more chill.
Yeah, and I figure we can get out of the school for a bit.
Actually, that's
That actually
probably great thinking on your part.
sounds
I think we
nice.
could use a little bit of like fresh air and
Yeah. Not
Not-
this energy, this toxic school energy we've currently been dealing with.
yeah, yeah. Look, I didn't give the best first impression. I don't want you to think this is who I am. It's just everything has been taken from me. And he's just kind of tearing a fig. He's just kind of like peeling it a little bit, like just like bits off. I did something stupid yesterday, and I could have gotten us killed. I'm not good at this. I'm just working it out, but I won't do that again.
Hey, it's Ink like gets up from sitting and it like gestures at Big Steve to stay back because like Ink remembers that like Dullahan is not a fan. So like on the opposite side of the room and like saunters over and goes, "Hey, it's wild what happened. For sure. No question. And Ink puts like a little fuzzy hand on Dullahan's shoulder and is like, but you went through a lot and it's okay. We're okay. And all we want here is to know that you've got our back because we've got yours. So, check in with us before grabbing missions. Just because we'll probably all say yes, and because we're a team, whether we all fully and kind of looks very sheepishly at Dullahan and goes, whether we fully agreed to it or not, we're just kind of here now. And personally, I think you're pretty neat. I mean, you've got a bad attitude, but I think you're neat.
And he's gonna like jam the fig that he was kind of pulling at. I've got a C tier. Isn't that big of a deal, is it?
I think
That's
we're
like
B, so I think C would be one lower than what we're supposed to be doing.
Did you where's the quest form?
and Dullahan's gonna like rifle through his bits and pieces, and he's gonna take out a copy of it. So we have to dispatch some gnolls. I figured, it would be a way to let off some steam. And he's gonna kind of like half awkwardly smile, and like there's a lot of fig in his teeth. Like
Well, I'm good with taking on some unexpected gnolls, I guess. I mean, we don't want those gnolls running amok for the only people that are going to be able to handle it. So, Sully, you good with some gnoll patrol?
No patrol. That kind of has a fun ring to it.
Yeah, well,
Wait,
the silver
where's-
pill, baby.
Where's Zendarik?
Oh,
He usually doesn't sleep this long. I go over to Zendarik's door and pound on it, like very loudly.
The door creaks open, and you can see that I'm partially sitting at my desk.
Oh.
But there's no reaction to the noise or the entry.
Zendarik, we have some stuff to do today. I know. We were supposed to have a lazy day and hang around in our socks and stuff, but we gotta go.
As you do you like peek in as you say that?
I kind of nonchalantly look in the room. I don't really focus in on you. I think nothing is the matter. I have no reason to think otherwise.
You see me sort of furiously scribbling in my grimoire at my desk, and you like sort of see my side profile. I feel like you have a high passive perception, so you might notice that there's like a trail of blood on my face.
Is that blood? Where's it coming from? Is it coming like from your nose or your ears, your eyes?
I'm
what
like-
orifice?
As you like come in and come closer, you realize that I'm not actually looking at you or paying attention or hearing anything. My eyes are in their sort of activated state, and they're like bright purplish with runes like swirling, and it's as if I'm crying tears of blood. And you look down, if you look at my notebook, you'll see that I'm like scribbling like pictures of 9 objects and sets of eyes and a silhouette of a elven girl that looks almost like me. And you see these like intricate like thatched like ink drawings as I'm just like in a trance.
Ink, get in here! I like slap Zendarik.
I run in.
I slap him and then I like start shaking his shoulders.
All right.
Zen.
I'll blink my eyes and drop the quill and just sort of like, what happened?
You tell us.
Yeah.
What I like grab a small mirror that I imagine is on one of his like chest of drawers or something like that, and I like show him his face. What the hell happened? What is all this stuff you're drawing and scribbling?
I'll start wiping my face and pushing the blood down my cheeks, and
Ink hands you a handkerchief. Come on, Ink's got a fucking handkerchief. Let's fucking go.
I'll take
That's
the.
fair.
I'll just say, I don't know. I had this ominous feeling, and I heard this voice, and saw 9 objects on a surface of glowing red and black hue, and growling in the distance, and 5 sets of eyes. And then I saw my sister go into a cave and be
Like-
attacked.
What?
And then it went dark, and the voice, I don't know what it means. I'm sorry.
Zen, where's your sister right now?
Isn't she here?
She's supposed to be, and I'll pull out in my drawer a few letters that she has written to me, and I will put them out next to this notebook. And you will see that these are clearly letters written, but there's been like annotations or markings or highlighter on them. And I'll point out and say, these are letters that my sister has written to me, and we're twins. I know her and she knows me, and this is not how she writes. She's been trying to send me a message over the past few weeks, and I've been so busy to not notice it, and I think she's in danger. And I'll like point out the few things that I've been piecing together. So I'll remind you that over the last few days, weeks, I've been spending some time alone trying to figure out what maybe she might have been saying or alluding to, and say that she's supposed to be on a mission. She's part of the Martialis group. She's a paladin of light. But the elders and the others say, don't worry, she's fine, but I can't shake that what I saw was a bad omen of what's going to happen or what has already passed.
Huh. Do you may I?
Yeah.
Ink asked to see the letters and like looks over them.
Yeah, I'll lay them out in the order I received them and just point out the few like inconsistencies to sort of help you investigate maybe something I might have missed.
Yeah. I'd very much like to try an investigation check to see if maybe having eyes outside of knowing this person, if there's like a distinct pattern or something that could be gleaned. I guess. I'm not great at investigation, but here we are. Here we are.
Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Oh, do I add anything to that with, or no? We're not doing anything mechanically for help. You just handed them to me, right?
Right. Yeah.
Cool. Boop. Be a good roll. Ugh. 11.
11.
Shit. Nope. Dice jail. Dice jail.
I mean, 11's better than average. As you go ahead and look down at the papers that Zendark has placed in front of you, you begin to peruse them, going through every single line in every sentence, and you notice there's a... You do see what Zendark is talking about, how the wording changes, and how this is unlike how the first few letters were, but you can't quite make out a pattern or some type of secret message. Unfortunately, it does not reveal itself to you.
It just feels odd, right?
Yeah, there's definitely something under this, but I cannot decipher what the base code is. It must be some kind of code. So we just need to figure out what the key is, and then
I wonder. DM, would I be able to investigate using my knowledge of Thieves' Cant in hidden messaging?
Sure, you can roll an investigation check and add your proficiency bonus to that as well.
Okay.
I
And I'll let you at advantage because the other people have been aiding in the deciphering of these messages.
Come on now. 15?
swords.
Nice, Joe.
15. Sully, now that your allies have pointed out the strange code perhaps within the prose of the document, you are starting to see, this line, how she's explaining about her journey, about all the places that she's been. It seems like she's mentioned 9 different random locations specifically that seem to be odd, like how she stopped at a forest, a lake, mountain.
Wait a minute. Zendaric, weren't there 9 locations that you were 9 things that you had drawn? I'm seeing 9 different locations that seem out of place for these letters. Sorry,
Yeah.
DM, continue.
No, keep going. Well, I guess I should tell you the 9 locations that you're able to surmise.
Yeah. No, I wanted to strike while the iron was hot.
Got it. So she mentions visiting a mountain. Now, normally it just seems like it's normal. She's just telling her day, but you're able to pick up the key wordings. Suspicion that she went to a mountain. She went to not a specific. She said she's traveled to the mountains, seen vast lakes, dark forests, open fields of amber grains, frost caves, what is it called? Thermal, geothermal geyser kind of locations. High activity with geothermal. I'm trying to think of the proper word. It's like geysers.
Like a hot spring.
Yeah, hot spring. That's actually a better term. Yeah,
Hot spring geyser, yeah.
Yeah. Geyser, hot springs. She talks about wishing to see the oceans and wondering if it will take her to the coast. So oceans. It's weird how she placed that. Long rivers that cut across Greymore. And the other 2 places, I'm trying to make sure I give you the proper ones without giving away too much.
Please give as much away as you would like.
She talks about stories that she wished about cities in the sky. And then she mentions the void. How she's afraid her journey might take her to it, but she has not gone yet. So once again, mountains, lakes, dark forests, amber grain fields, frost caves, hot springs, ocean, river, sky cities, and the void.
That's 10.
Oh, did I do an extra one?
Well, I mean, the void, I guess, is technically the 10th one.
Okay, yeah. So
that's the place
the first-
outside of
yeah.
Mountains, lakes, dark forests, fields, geothermal geyser, ocean, long rivers, sky cities, and I'm missing one.
Yeah, and the void. I thought I was like, that's 9.
Mountain,
Uh-huh.
lake, forest, fields,
Mhm.
frost caves,
Frost cave.
geothermal hot springs,
I didn't
ocean,
have frost caves.
river, cities in the sky,
Okay.
void.
Okay, so I miscounted. Sorry.
okay.
Math.
But I
Uh,
figured the void
Yeah,
is
you can.
outside of like natural space, so that's how I'm trying to fantasy stretch this for you, DM.
No, it's fine. No, you can do the first 9. The void is an external place, and you don't have to. Although I would say there's 10 things then, because the void is important. But she does mention 9 specific locations.
Okay.
Okay. Thank
The
you.
void is a place that's not a place.
Yeah, it's a place that's not a place. There's significance in it, but the first 9 are the telling places inside of the notes.
As Sully is sort of reading over these notes, I'll just take a step back and just say, thank goodness we're having a quiet day today, right?
Well,
Hey,
About
hey,
that.
hey, Dullahan, do you wanna come in here real quick?
Dullahan, given his interactions with Zendaric, didn't follow, and was, but assuming something has heard the commotion, has been doing what he thought might be of use or of help. There's a strong smell of burning coming from the common room as he's burnt like numerous slices of toast. Like he's like it's more like char bread now, and he's gonna come to the, because it's good for you, you know, like burnt toast is good for you. That's what my grandmother said in real life. So Dullahan's carrying that with him as well, that burnt toast is good for you. It wakes you up. And he's going to come with like a plate of like burnt toast and the rest of the figs, like kind of balancing them to the room, and kind of with no sort of awareness as to what's gone on or anything like that. So do we leave from, like, is there a place on the campus that we go? They mentioned wyverns, that we might be able to fly there.
We're gonna fly.
I think that's the plan. So just to get everybody in this room up to speed, Dullahan, thank you for the toast. We have a lot of things that we suddenly have to do today on our lazy day. Dullahan picked up a mission for us to go exterminate some gnolls. We got a gnoll patrol, and we've got a mystery sister situation that I guess also needs seeing to. So we should maybe eat this toast and get ourselves together.
All right.
What's a mystery sister?
Zendark's sister seems to have gone missing, and then I think we'll just kind of like fill Dullahan in to what's going on. We don't have to RP what we just learned.
Yeah.
He can look at the notebook and the
Yeah.
scribbles and all of depicting of the prophecy.
All right. So
I
go-
also, just so you know, DM, and we're all on the same page, the specific quote of the creature, I said that something spoke to me, but I didn't tell them what they said. And no one specifically asked, and I'm not telling you to ask me right now. I'm just saying that.
Understood. So Dullahan, as you're beginning to read over the notes and get caught up to speed with what's happening, there is a knock at your dorm door as you hear a familiar voice of Lucian. Hello, are you all awake? Can I come in?
Yeah,
come
come on in.
Come in, Deech.
It might actually be a good idea to
Yeah.
check in with you.
He opens the door and walks in, closing it behind him. This time wearing a gray cloak versus the normal black one he has, but still the Witherbloom symbol embedded on the back. I hope you all had a good morning. I've heard that you have taken a C-tier quest. That's wonderful. The headmistress was concerned. You were the only circle that had not completed a single quest yet, and
Well, I mean, to be fair, the last one almost killed us.
Yeah, y'all donked up on that last one.
fair.
That should count as a freebie, like a free win, because we were also gone for 2 weeks.
And we didn't even get paid.
That be true, but we still have to, fortunately, pay the bills, as they say, and part of the agreement of matriculating here at the Fractal Centaurum is applying for quests, receiving payment, so on and so forth. Though I clearly understand the situation that you all have been placed in. Nevertheless, you have accepted a seat here, and I wanted to make sure you had everything you needed and take you to receive your wyverns and your current prestige. You are ready, and it should help you travel and traverse across Greymoor.
Perhaps we should also take a stop at the Grand Reliquary before we head out to these wyverns as
we
well.
should stock up, yeah. Sure, we'll need things.
Of course. At this point, since you are all Prestige 3, you should be able to receive more powerful items, rarer items than what you had before, as well as some uncommon ones as well. So think hard on which you wish to take. Try it out, and perhaps you can purchase it one day. But don't forget to return it, or else nasty curse. And as he says this, he kind of rubs his arm as if remembering something. But you had something you wished to discuss with me, you had mentioned, Sully.
I look at Zendaric, kind of indicating that maybe he should bring this up.
I will say, Lucian, please look at the papers on my desk.
All right.
And I'll stand up and come over and push aside the letters to show the notebook and the frantic scribblings and drawings. I was granted the gift of prophecy from the Morai. I had my first vision.
You have the gift of prophecy. That is a dangerous gift. Many don't know what it means. It could be something of the past, something of the present, or the future. It can trick you. Don't believe everything that those visions send you. As he begins reading the notes. Yes, your sister.
This is something that has been bothering me for some time. I've been corresponding with others, and they've been telling me not to worry, but I think this vision, I know you're saying to be cautious, but it feels like a sign. We are obviously going on this mission, but it's now another thing at the forefront of my mind. Just please keep an eye out.
I will. Don't worry about your sister. From what I've heard, Zenodora is an exceptional paladin, and her circle is very powerful. They are already taking missions in the A rank, one of the fastest I've ever seen anyone grow, other than the Archons we currently have. She is a candidate for Archon.
She would be. Bless her.
I will...
May the Nine watch over her.
Yeah, and I know they are. I will talk with her circle advisor, see what I can find out to alleviate your stress and make sure everything's okay. Don't you worry.
That means the world to me, Lucian. I appreciate it.
He turns and looks on over at Dullahan. Now, newest member Dullahan, I hope the accommodations of the school is comfortable for you. Faustus sends his regard. You should visit him. He worries about you.
Is that an order?
No. Friendly suggestion.
I'll consider it.
He nods his head, feeling the tension after the mention of Faustus as he goes, well, I will take you to receive your wyverns. But if you wish to go to the Grand Reliquary first, you can stop there. And afterwards I can meet you. Or we can head to get them now. The choice is yours.
If this is what we're doing today, we should just head out, right?
Yeah, let me get out of my pajamas.
Yes, I will prepare for the day completely. Lucian, could you just accompany us to the Grand Reliquary, and then we'll head out to the Wyvern Field?
Sure. The Wyvern Rookery. It's not quite a field, more of an pocket dimension within the school. You'll see once we get there.
My apologies.
Hank just goes, okay, and walks into their room to go change.
Dullahan is still standing in Zendarek's room holding the toast and the bowl of figs. It noticeably uncomfortable standing there holding them both.
I will take a piece of toast and a piece of fig and say thank you. And just them in my mouth. Because I is just over it right now and say, let's get dressed. Let's get dressed. And just turn around.
Is this because completely new and Dylan doesn't know how to do people, so he's not doing it. He's just still standing in the doorway. I met someone yesterday. I don't know if this is connected to your sister, and like Lucian said, I'm sure she's fine, Zendarek, but somebody told me that your family, your house, is not in a good way.
Who speaks this slander? You see as he gulps the dry toast down and spins around as you mention his house and family.
Grem Meter.
Grem Meter. He's a washed up noble from a lower house. He's speaks falsehoods and wishes his family had made contributions to our society. And we used to be friends when we were younger, but there was a misunderstanding, and now he holds a lifelong grudge. I wouldn't take what he says as truths. He often lies. But I'll take a step closer and I'll say I am worried about my sister, and I hope it's not connected to my house.
I don't know, Grem. I don't know your house. But my mother always said that while it's wise to suspect the motivations of a crook, only a fool disregards what they have to say. And he's just going to put the plate down of burnt toast. He's taking the figs. and he's just kind of shrug his shoulders, and he's gonna leave to get changed as well.
As you walk away, I'll say, I'll consider your advice or your wise words. And I'll close the door now that everyone's left and get dressed as well.
Alrighty. So, as you all go to gather your things and get dressed, Lucian, I'll be in the war room when you're ready, and steps out. You all gather your things, walk back into the central common room, looking at each other, now ready for adventure with your backpacks and items and pouches and everything that you take with you, as you all exit out of your dormitory down the tunnel into the war room where Lucian...
Tail Weaver, Ink eats a piece of the charred toast.
Oh,
Also.
it's dry.
Yeah, Ink grabs some butter and puts, Ink likes butter, so butter's that dry, burnt toast, puts a fig on it, and, like, also eats it. Like, to be like, and then goes, char.
Nom, nom, nom. But the butter helps
butter
as you
does
down it, as it goes down kind of rough down your esophagus, as Big Steve looks up, wanting to also probably get a little bite. If you
I'll toss Big Steve a piece of charred toast and see what happens.
He snaps at it, and just swallow it, and then you just see him immediately run over to like his dog bowl and start lapping up water before continuing to follow you out of the room.
So dry.
Well, I look at Dullahan as this Big Steve is like lapping up water and goes, well, there's no accounting for taste, I guess. Trying so hard to be polite about this toast.
Well, no, that's the good thing, is that you can taste it all day.
All day?
Yeah.
Delightful. Let's go to the war room.
Are you taking Big Steve with you?
I'd like to.
Sure.
Is Dullahan gonna have a problem with that?
Dullahan is gonna like give you a wide berth with Big Steve. Like he's just gonna. Yeah,
That's
there's at least 5 feet.
I'm gonna do I have a leash and a harness for Big Steve to keep him near me? Because I'll keep him on a leash for Dullahan.
If you want, yeah. There are leashes and harnesses that Kievan used as well.
Yeah, so I just put Big Leash on like a thing, and it's like he's just gonna stick with me. It's gonna be if it'll be okay if it's okay with you, you know. And like it continues down to the war room, and understands fully that like Dullahan is not, but Big Steve is part of the circle, so.
Awesome.
Big Steve opens a can of beer.
That was the worst time to eat a mochi as well. I was like, I can't react. My mouth's full of mochi.
Sorry, I just wanted to open my water. So you all gather into the war room with Big Steve in tow as Lucian stands there waiting. You all look ready for battle. Come. The first stop is the Grand Reliquary. As he opens up the door, fluttering his cape and walking out dramatically as you all follow. You continue to traverse the Fractal Centaurum. It always changes. It's never the same every time you pass by. Those students and yourself seem to be able to get around pretty easily. As you make your way down the winding steps, you approach once again the familiar large doors, ceiling to floor doors that is the Grand Reliquary that is currently open. Our students, it's in the morning and students are going in and out. It's a little bit busy. As you go ahead, step inside of this chamber. In it, the floors are glossy and almost pearlescent, and they are just floor to ceiling, where the ceiling is 50 feet tall, shelves full of many different items, but all locked behind chain keys and other magical spells and compartments. As you stand in line and wait for about 15 minutes, finally you approach where you see that behind the desks are several familiar, as you've seen them before, kobolds of all different colors, helping people as one pink cobalt makes his way towards you, standing about 3 feet tall. Hello there. Welcome to the Grand Reliquary. Is your circle heading out on a mission and you need some items?
Yes.
Yeah, we're here to borrow some stuff.
Here's the quest, and we'll provide him the parchment so he knows what level we are.
Okay. Everything looks in order. Okay, and he hands it back to you. Well, go right ahead. According to this, you're Prestige 3, so feel free to grab any of our rare items. Or if you want, you can get some uncommons, but we're allowing you only to get 2. You can get 1 rare item and 1 uncommon, or 2 uncommon items at your current level. Just let me know what you need, and I'll get it delivered right over to you.
This is what I had in mind. And I hand over like a little scratch piece of parchment that I was like, while everyone was getting ready, I kind of wrote some ideas down for what I thought might be helpful against gnolls. And I have I think it's like a conjure elemental stone or an elemental stone.
Oh, the gem.
Yes.
You break it and like I was looking at that too.
It's stone of controlling earth
Oh.
elementals.
Oh no, that's different than what I was looking at.
Yeah, I don't think you actually have to break it, fortunately, which would not be good for a rental item.
Yeah, great.
But it's this from Level Up, so this is again in the advanced 5th edition stuff. And use an action to touch this 5-pound stone to the ground and speak a command word, summoning an earth elemental. Once used, it cannot be used again until the next dawn. And I believe it should work for an hour. And I get like a stone elemental to like do my bidding, basically.
Awesome. Also, it's also an SRD.
Oh, is it? Cool,
Yes.
cool. So I'd like that, and I'd also like a bag of holding.
All right, and that's your uncommon.
Mhm.
Excellent. All righty. All right, I got it. Got a bag of holding. Yeah, we got a ton of those. And a stone of controlling earth elementals. Let's see. Hold on. And he goes ahead and pulls out a scroll and flips it on the ground as it continues to go on for miles as it goes, and he just starts picking it up profusely until finally he stops stops about 10 seconds in. Yep, we got a zone of controlling earth elements. Perfect. I'll get that right over for you. Any other requests?
Yeah. On this way over, Zendark's been sort of introspective and worried about his sister. So he's trying to compensate for what he feels like he has a lack of. And he has a lot of offense capabilities and utility, but he does not really have the ability to heal. And he flips through like the catalog that the Cobalt gives him and points to the pouch of emergency healing. And this is also a level up item, and it is a wondrous item, and it says twice per day as an action you can open this blue silk pouch and receive or bestow the benefits of one of the following spells: cure wounds, greater restoration, healing word, or lesser restoration. And this would be my rare item. And I'll flip to the dog-eared tag in the back to the Pearl of Power, where most wizards go to. It is a very common item, so that will be my uncommon grab.
Okay. All right, so you get that new item, and one last time, remind me that uncommon item?
Pearl of Power.
Pearl of Power, yes. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and So all these are being placed inside of the party sheet. To access the party sheet, if you go to the upper right-hand corner underneath Tools and Fantasy Grounds, you'll see that the little symbol of the 3 people is your party sheet. And in there are tabs on the right. The second tab says Inventory. Feel free to drag and drop in your inventory the items that you have. He then turns and says, "All right, and you, buddy?" As he looks over at Dullahan.
Dullahan is both impressed and horrified that so many of these powerful things are just here in a storeroom when they could be. And he, again, it's just a thought that comes to him. But on the way over, it was kind of, he was thinking about what Lucian said about Faustus, and there was two pieces of equipment that Faustus used to wear when they were training. He doesn't quite remember the name of it, so he kind of explains they were. Do you have boots that make it easier to sneak?
Yeah, the elf boots, the boots of elven kind. Is that what you're looking for?
He nods, I think. And the other thing was a cloak that it makes it harder to hit you.
Cloak harder to hit you. Are you talking about the cloak of protection?
No, you're there. The target's there, but it's not there. There's like an illusion, or
oh, you're talking about the cloak of displacement that we get off the back of Displacer Beast. Yeah, we got a couple of those.
And he's just gonna yes, please.
All right, so you want a boots of elven kind and a cloak of displacement. Certainly, I'll go grab that for you. And you, my furry friend, what will you be getting? As he looks on over to Ink.
Oh, I'm muted. Hold on. May I please get from you some pipes of haunting and a wand of wonder? Thank you.
Okay, interesting items, but yeah, we got pipes of haunting. I can grab you one of those as you just going through the list. And a wand of wonder. Yeah, I've dealt with that a couple times myself. It's a pretty fun item. But we got a few of those as well. All right, so does that complete your selection of items?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Excellent. All right, so remember, you have 2 weeks to return these items. If you need to place an extension, please contact your dean, who can, your circle advisor, who will alert us. But if not, you have 2 weeks before, well, I don't need to explain the bad things that can happen. Plus the mystery is what makes it a lot scarier anyway. So we'll see you then, and just wait right here while I go gather your items. Before anyone can make a comment, he quickly zooms away faster than any kobold really should, only to appear moments later, legit moments later, with all of your items just balancing on his tiny dragon-like hands and like body. He's like, here you go, a little help, a little help here.
Ink rushes over to like help grab things, and is like, "Why don't you have a basket?"
Listen, I don't tell you how to break hexes. You don't tell me how I'm gonna do my job, all right?
Ink takes their items and is just like, "This fucking
Thank you.
this fucking place." Okay, cool, great stuff.
We will then head with Lucian to the Wyvern dimension.
Rookery. So you go ahead and grab your items, and all these kobolds just seem to be very cranky in general. But as he goes and unloads him, he goes, "Have a good one. Next!" As he goes over to the next group, as you grab your items and can spend an hour attuning if attunement is necessary. So go ahead and place them in your inventories and attune yourself accordingly.
Yeah. How do you attune on here?
So in your inventory, if you look, there's like a symbol of like an A of sorts above. Like there's like columns that tell you. Let me pull it up myself so I can.
Oh, it's the little diamond.
Yeah.
And then you
The
just
little circle, you tick it
and then
off.
you
Yeah.
tick it. Cool. My wand
sorry.
of wonder is attuned then.
Awesome.
Chaos. Chaos.
With this custom skin, yeah, it's a diamond now. Forgot. Perfect. So Lucian looks at you, says, "You have everything you need. Are you ready to go to the rookery?"
Yes. Let's do that.
Excellent. Follow me. And it's quite the experience when getting your wyvern for the first time, so have an open mind. You will be bonding with your wyvern, and those who are close-minded tend to get burned, if you catch my drift. This way, and he just walks off.
Ink leans over to Dullahan because I feel like anybody here is gonna be Dullahan and be like, "You ever? I know you're new here, but doesn't this feel like a lot of BS sometimes?" Pardon. That's what the elders would say. They're gonna burn us, the wyverns.
Metaphysically burn us, or
I have literally no. The elders prepped me for this school. I have the catalog of the reliquary memorized. No one told me that these wyverns were going to be jerks.
I've seen Faustus with his, and their bond is special. So maybe, I don't know. This place
Is wild. This place is feral, frankly.
I once saw this guy I know in from Monaster, Erk, fall into a pig pen full of piglets and the mother, and there was just screaming and crying and feral pigs running wild everywhere.
Mhm.
That feels more organized than what's happening right now.
Right?
I don't know. And like he's still walking. And he's gonna lean down into Ink. Is it? I'm worried the wyvern won't like me.
I'm really worried about that too.
Okay, that. And if I see yours is gonna burn you, I'll hit it.
What? Hold on. I think you cut out on me for a second. I just heard hit it. That's all I heard.
No. Yeah,
Oh.
no. If it goes to burn you, he said he will try. He will hit it, like stop it. He'll try and stop it.
Yeah. If our wyverns go wild, I got you. Don't worry. I just don't trust anything at this place anymore, you know? And like Ink gets really quiet about that. It's like everything feels so off here, you know?
I don't trust any of this. And he does not say that quietly at all. But
Just the shade babies back here. Hello, here we are.
and he gets really quiet at this part. I appreciate what you've done so far. And he's just going to walk a little bit faster because he's not able to engage. He's just going to walk a little bit faster after saying that.
Ink lets him walk ahead and kind of looks down at Big Steve and goes, "We're gonna get him. Don't worry." Like the winks of the dog.
Big Steve growls.
He barks in agreement or some sense of understanding.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, how do I add animal companion to my sheet? We keep meaning to do that.
I'll add it. Yeah, so I
Thank
will
you.
have to add it for you, and I'll put it.
Yeah.
On there.
Thank you, friend.
No problem.
So then he's mine forever. My little adopted baby.
Aw.
Aw.
So as you follow Lucian throughout the school, you make your way to a new section, a section that none of you have been to yet, although it's always new in a sense, as it's always changing. Though it seems that the school turns from more of a building with stone walls, paintings, to more of the walls become crag-like, as if you've suddenly entered into a mountain. As you continue forward, it then transforms, and there's bits and pieces of jagged stone on the walls, but then there's also wood, like live branches weaving in and out of the stone. So finally you are brought into a small door. Those of you who are taller, such as Zendaric and Zendaric and Doulahan have to bend down to get in, as does Lucian, as he opens up the door. Are you all ready?
Yes.
He then opens up the door and steps in. As you all follow, you enter a grand room resembling the interior of a tree trunk. It is filled with the sound of flapping wings and echoing roars. The vast room is adorned with glittering crystals forming from the ceilings, casting a soft magical glow. Wyvern nests can be seen on the perimeter of the walls, each cradling a clutch of vibrant eggs. As you step further in, the door closes behind you and disappears, revealing and making a sense that you're just in a completely enclosed tree trunk with all of this in it. A massive tree. This is a massive interior. You see a sight of a person standing near the center of the tree. Looks like they are cleaning the floor, doing some type of maintenance work. They are tall and regal looking, resembling features of a feline and of an avian mix. Their icy blue feathers glimmers in the light, and their long white blue feline furry hair is intricately braided with tiny crystals of ice. As she looks up at you, locking eyes with all of you, you see that they are blue and radiant, just giving a sense of warmth and wisdom. And their tight claws, or what you can see a little bit of the claws, are inside leather gloves that are fingerless. She does have a falconer's ensemble with leather armbands matching the overalls that she has, the leather boots, and the white tunic that's tucked in. But two strikingly beautiful crystalled wings are folded on her back. So she's just weird, cat-like, bird-like combination. And those of you will all recognize it as an Aracrocran Leonin combination hybrid. Well, I didn't see y'all there. Welcome to the Wyvern Wookery. Hi. Oh, hey there, Lucian. Hi, Ashlyn. How are you doing? Well, I'm doing good. I'm doing finer than the sun in the sky. I'm shining bright here. And who are these lovely faces that I see? And as she gets excited, her wings unfurls large, like almost like a 10-foot wingspan that bashes into like a side lantern that falls to the ground. She goes, oops! And she quickly catches it with ninja-like quickness and placing it back onto the table. You can still hear the echoing sounds of the roars of the wyverns that fly around this area. And as you stare up, you can see there's a ceiling, but then it ends, and then there's a spiraling staircase that continues to go up 1,000 feet plus, just continuing up the interior of the tree. Hello there. You must be a new circle here to get their wyverns. I'm Ashlyn Frostwillow. And who do I have the pleasure of making acquaintance with as she looks over at all of you?
Oh, greetings. I am Ink, short for Fresh Ink on Parchment. We're here for our wyverns. You're in the wyvern rookery. Obviously, of course, that's what. Hi.
Yeah,
Ink shuts up.
Calm down. You can just calm. You have nothing to worry about because you look more nervous than a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs. Oh, no pun intended. Well, it's nice to meet you, Ink. Don't you worry. You are in capable hands. And you, my fine sir, as she turns and looks over at Doulahan.
I'm Doulahan of the Frozen Sky, and he kind of extends a hand to shake her hand.
She goes ahead and grabs it, and you could feel it's a large paw that grips you as she shakes it. It goes, Doulahan of the Frozen Sky? Oh, well, I'm kind of an ice mage myself. Is that your specialty? Are you into frost magic?
No, I was just born under snow clouds.
Oh, isn't that cute? Well, it is a pleasure to meet you, Doulahan. And don't you worry, we'll get you a nice wyvern ready for you. And you, my multi-eyed friend, what's your name? And she gets real close and bends down to get to your level, Sully.
I mean, my name is Sully Oberto. Pleasure's all mine. Nice to meet you.
Oh no, the pleasure is all mine. As she gives you a little wink. Oh, I don't need an introduction. I know I recognize that hair features, those beautiful ears, that regal presence. I've given the House of Zen quite the amount of wyverns over the years, and you must be part of that family. Let me guess. One of the youngest sons? Xandaric.
That it is. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I am Xandaric Raquois, and I'll offer a big bow.
Oh, no need to bow. To me, I'm just the magical beast handler / custodian of this fine establishment. I'm not noble like you, so the pleasure is all mine. But welcome. Does your circle have a name yet?
The MGU. We're short for Major G Unit.
Major G Unit, Magoo, MDU. I like it. It has a ring to it. Well, here in the Wyvern Rookery is where you will partake in a special ceremony for you to combine and join with your wyvern. And she points at all the many different wyverns that are flying around, nesting, and all on just kind of relaxing. And there's nothing to be worried about, of course. Some are friendlier than others, but don't you worry. I have a good handle on them. Bessica! And she goes ahead and smacks one of the wyverns that was pulling extra meal from like a feeder. Bessica, no! You stop that. You ate already. Sorry about that. They get a little nippy sometimes. But in any case, a grand ceremony to combine you with your wyverns. So if you will follow me, we're going to take these staircases straight to the top. And then we're going to see who you pair with. Now, we will be taking part of the Dracon's pas de deux. Is that all right? You're familiar? No?
Come again?
Dracon's pas de deux. It's just a dance that you'll be performing with your wyvern. And it's how you will connect with them. Each wyvern has their own dance that they wish to do. It is up to you to link, figure it out, and move in with the steps. And if all goes well, you're going to be paired with your nice little beautiful wyvern. You'll be flying off for the first flight and, grow together. You see, a wyvern is not just your mode of transportation or a beast of burden. A wyvern is a part of you. A wyvern is your very soul, a reflection of what you have inside. And yes, we have a wyvern for any and everyone here. It's the magical thing about this place. Any questions?
No. Let's get wyverning.
I can't dance.
You can dance if you want to.
Please don't leave us behind.
Dullahan gets very small. Like he'd rather go fight the Drake single-handedly than dance. He's already flushed with embarrassment.
I can sense some she goes to walk up the stairs and turns around and says, my feathers can sense a little tension here. Don't y'all worry. You don't have to be able to dance good. You just have to dance in cadence with your wyvern. Now, disclaimer. If you really upset your wyvern, if you got 2 left feet or something like that, they can get quite aggressive. So I have medical items on hand, as well as I am very well versed in greater restoration. So if you lose any body parts, don't worry, I can restore it. Shall we go?
As she says that, I'm gonna gesture to my new pouch of emergency and tap it.
And she goes ahead and begins walking up the large staircase. These are wooden stairs that protrude from the wall. They spiral upward with no railings. As you kind of pull your necks back, you just see that it's just continuing on and on. And it will probably take you a bit normal walking to get there. Do you all follow? Because she's already making her way up.
Yes, and
Yep.
before Ink ascends the stairs, looks back at Dullahan and just goes, "Pig pit, right?"
And Dullahan knows to do one, like his mom taught him how to do it, and it's a simple fox trot type little, and he's trying to remember the steps so bad that when he hears the snorting, he kind of looks up and he does you can just see Ink that he's gone sickly green with just anxiety. He is not a performer.
It's okay. Ink reaches a hand out and goes, "It's okay. Just if you find the downbeat, you'll be great."
What's the downbeat? And he's just gonna step 1, 2, 3, step 1, 2, and he's yeah.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, and just imagine them walking the rest of the way up, and Ink is just counting out a waltz time, going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
And his breathing's out of sync now and everything.
Aww.
As you're beginning to walk up the stairs, she turns around and says, "Well, I'll see you all at the top." And she goes, "Do not dally now. We got a lot to get through." And she just unfurls her wings and flies up. just makes her way up there.
His school is a nightmare. Love it.
But the rest of you who are not avian walk with Lucian, who's behind you. I mean, technically, Lucian can use the fly spell, and he goes, see you up there. And we'll cast it and fly as well. He'll just cast the fly spell, and we'll fly up.
Zendark's gonna take a step after Lucian and go, goodbye, I'm gonna see you up there too. And go to like pretend jump, like he can fly as well. And then land on the step up one. Like, just
Shit.
kidding. Just kidding, I can't.
So it takes...
Man, it's like build a lift in here or something, you know? Just cast permanent fly on a platform. What are we doing?
So it takes you about a half an hour
Jesus.
to walk up the 84 stories that is this.
84 stories?
Damn, why?
At Mav, on average, 84 stories takes about a half an hour for a person to walk up.
What athlete is doing that?
This is completely counterintuitive to having rest and being ready to do a pas de deux, but okay. I love it.
You make your way finally to the top, tired after that mini journey, with standing at another door, sitting down like on the top of the staircase, both Lucian and Ashlyn. Well, it's about time, but you made it here faster than most, I will tell you that, so good for you. You see, we have people walk up the pathway to prepare themselves for the high altitude, because as soon as we enter in there, you're going to realize we're no longer going to be in your normal Fractus Centaurum. The Wyverns live in a special pocket dimension. The air here is a little thin, but since you made it up here with no issue, you'll be fine. Shall we continue? And she just goes and opens up the door. I should mention, though, that the door itself is ornate. It's made out of wood and carved with strange draconic symbols. If you understand draconic, you will know that it's the symbols of home, of flight, and unity, all carved within. As she opens it up, and a bright light and a strong gust of wind that threatens to push you over shoots through. Before your eyes adjust and you step out, and you see that you are on a humongous branch extending out from the tree trunk that, as you look over towards the edge, there's just nothing but clouds and just an endless abyss below. You see that there is a walkway to go completely around the tree itself, but as well as other branches where you see many wyverns are perched and staring at you. The wind blows strongly every so often. She goes, hold on to your things. You don't want to lose them because you probably won't get them back. But welcome to the Wyvern Wookery. Up here at this grand tree is where all the wyverns live. Some say that this tree is just a part of the great tree known as Yggdrasil. But those are all rumors. In any case, here the wyverns roam free and wait for their special bond with their very own spellbinder. So,
Wait, if the tree being the tree is just a rumor, what's the reality of the
we
tree?
don't know. I don't really like to ask questions. I mean, you know how magic is. It's crazy and everything, and I'm not one of the scholarly type. I like to just get my hands dirty. Kind of feel it, being a sorcerer myself.
Okay, cool.
It's
Neat.
best not to ask questions. Just accept it as it is. But, in any case, let's see which wyvern connects with all of you. Who would like to go first?
You know what? I'll try. Why not? Maybe I'll fall. I don't know. What's gonna happen? What's his tree? Let's go.
You're not gonna just jump off the edge, though.
No,
you'll find a partner.
Okay. Well,
I mean, you have a lot of floors to fall, so hopefully that's enough time to find a friend.
Someone will come get you.
You're not falling, silly. You see the platform there? And she points on over to a platform that's attached to the edge of the branch that you're on. It's the only I should say, organic thing that's here. It's actually an ornate, large circular platform that's sort of floating at the edge. Just step on the platform there. It will read your inner resonance and call forth your wyvern. And then the ceremony, the pas de deux, will begin. You ready?
You know what? Let's go. And Ink walks over and hops on the platform. It's just like, what madness is gonna happen next? Let's go.
Excellent.
Good luck,
Just
Ink.
give me a second to get out my curing reagents. Okay. And she places like all the reagents needed to cast healing spells on the side. Nothing to worry about though. Just preparation. All right. She goes ahead and takes out a whistle and blows on it, but none of you hear anything. She's just blowing into a whistle that was around her neck as Ink, you step onto the platform. The platform begins to glow and shift its color, becoming brighter and vibrant. It then becomes a sort of pearl with many different colors refracted inside of it as flying from the top in the clouds below, breaching them, you see is a large dragon-like creature, a wyvern. It is opalescent and ethereal, shimmering with an iridescence. It almost looks like a gem of sorts or a precious stone, with ram-like horns that curl around. As this large creature lands, its wings attached to its front arms and legs. It, on all four, makes its way over towards Ink and stopped for a moment. Ink, you stare into the eyes of this majestic creature and feel a sense of connection. All right, nice, you're doing well. You have locked eyes, you're connecting. If it bows, that means that it wants to begin the pas de deux. And then afterwards, you must quickly. Oh, there it goes, and it goes and bows its head towards you, stares at you.
Oh wow, you're so pretty. Let's go. Yeah.
It then begins moving around in very elegant motions. Not flying yet, but on its feet. You would think it would be clumsy, but no, it's beautiful and majestic in its steps. It spins and twirls like the precision of a ballerina, but on a large creature, as it turns and looks on over towards you, landing, waiting for a response. And you have two choices. All of these will be a performance check with a DC, or you don't have to choose a performance. It will be a higher DC, but you can choose any skill you want, but I'm going to need you to do what we call role play, which just means that you will have to pay with, explain to me how this works and how you're going to do it. Dazzle me with your descriptions, and then I will have you roll it. Or you can just stick with a normal performance check.
Cool. Ink has now watched this sort of like caterwauling motion, and sort of like as a bard has sort of like gotten the rhythm. And even though there wasn't any music next to this, Ink like pulls out their what does Ink play? Ink plays the lute, right? Yeah, the lute off their back, and like starts to strum it, and then like follows the footsteps of like this caterwaul into a turn, and sort of like allows this music to sort of inform the steps that the wyvern took in like almost the same like pattern and like lithe nature that this wyvern showed. Like, you know, like someone shows you how to do something and then you do it back at them, you know.
Awesome. Go ahead and roll me that performance check.
Cool. Just a regular performance.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Oh, well, that didn't work.
I
This
believe-
didn't go in the dice tray. I'm really good at this. I'm really good at these VTTs, let me tell you. Please be good. Please be good. 15? How's that?
15. Okay. You also continue these movements as the rest of you who are standing back watching this hear Ashlyn say, well, they're performing the dance of the shifting skies. Oh, this is a beautiful one. I haven't seen this in quite some time. This ink is a special one. As Ink, you also perform the movements, and the two of you lock in motion. As you go one way, the wyvern goes the other, and it is just this strange but beautiful dance between the two of you. Until finally, as you take your last twirl, your last leap into the air, the wyvern scoops you up in that motion, taking you into the air as the dance continues, but you are now just holding on to the wyvern while the wyvern itself is doing the motions, spinning around in figure eights, flying around as you are just, the wind blows through your hair, the clouds break way as little bits of water vapors collect on your skin, until finally it breaches the clouds and you see nothing but just a blue sky and a bright sun, and then just a collection of clouds beneath you. And there's just a moment where you just see all of Adramel, just a vast horizon, and you successfully can feel the heartbeat of your wyvern. And there's not the wyvern doesn't speak a language, though understands draconic, but you get a sense that your thoughts are somehow connected with this wyvern, and what you think it will understand, and vice versa.
Oh, cool. Yeah, Ink feels this, and instead of like saying out loud, just shares with the wyvern. We're gonna see the whole world together.
The wyvern agrees, and you feel a sense of joy coming from it as it lands back to the platform. Ashlyn runs, says, "Oh my goodness, well, that is so impressive. You did it on your first try. That is amazing. You've sealed the bond. You've performed the pas de deux. You have been connected with your wyverns. Oh, everyone, please give Ink a round of applause. They deserve it. That was amazing."
I realized I was muted. Clap, 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 clap.
The wyvern kind of gets down for you to dismount it as Ashlyn goes, "Well, your wyverns can be called using your mind, as long as there's no disturbance between, if you're in an alternate plane or something blocking it, and they'll get to you as fast as they can. So when you're ready to head off on your adventure, just call your wyvern. They'll fly right over to you, and you can go have yourself a grand old time. But congratulations, Ink."
Thank you. That was a lot better than I imagined it was going to be. Does my wyvern? I think at the wyvern, like, do you have a name?
It responds to you not in words but in feelings. You get a sense that it's waiting for you to name it.
Oh, I gotta think about that. Ink's gonna like hang with the wyvern and marinate on how we will address him.
It's whatever gender you wish your wyvern to be. You totally can. You could choose.
Her then.
Oh, her. All right.
All right, I think I'm a sweet little girl. There she is. I got a boy dog. I got a girl wyvern. Switching it up.
All right then. Who wants to go next?
I'll go.
Oh, the handsome one. Yes. Please step onto the platform and let's see what wyvern you get. Oh, I'm excited.
I cautiously step onto this platform.
All right. The platform once again transforms, going from back after Ink and their wyvern step off to the side. It goes back to his normal, just stone platform. As you step on it, though, like lightning shards, tendrils of shadows stretch across it, cutting across like a sharp blade until it begins to glow with this shadowy form, the shadowy energy. As flying down after she blows the whistle, looks to be a dark wyvern with tendrils of shadow-like smoke escaping from its body. It has smoky wings that seem almost ethereal and a very nefarious looking face, but a gentleness to it as it lands next to Sully. Well, we have a shadow wyvern. Interesting. These are really rare. I haven't seen one of these in quite some time, but they're dangerous. Good luck.
Thanks. And I face this creature.
It faces you as well.
I give it a short bow.
It bows in return.
And then I would like to start not exactly dancing, but I take one step to the right and we start to circle each other. And as that starts to progress, slowly I get closer. And I know we were supposed to do like a performance check for this, but seeing as that it is a shadow wyvern and I am a rogue, I would like to send it a psychic whisper and kind of have like the whisper coming like from its left side, and then I would like to use like a sleight of hand to find myself riding it on top of it, going from the right side in a misdirection, becoming one with the shadows myself.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me. The DC will be higher, but yeah, go ahead and roll me that sleight of check as you kind of play this sort of dance game with the wyvern.
Okay, now let me quadruple check my abilities if I have anything from level up. Let's see what happens. Come on, man.
And 11. So you go ahead and start the dance as well. The wyvern itself begins to dance as you go ahead and try to make the first move and use your psychic connection and quickly try to jump on. The wyvern catches on quickly, turning its head quickly as you go to jump on it, and it disappears, disappearing into a collection of shadows before reappearing across the way on the other side. And it seems to be dancing in more of like a waltz of shadows going in and out of it, like very displacement, very displacer beast like. As it comes right next to you, does a spin and knocks you with its tail, is going to make an attack against you. The dance isn't over, but you do get hit. 13 versus your AC.
That doesn't hit.
All right, but you manage to dodge out the way as well, as the creature continues, as its strange movements going in and out of sight, as you hear Ashton go, Oh, it's the Veil of Shadows. You have to become one with the shadow. Either you can trick it, which it seems like you did not, or you can also step into the shadows and be stealthy with it. Try again. Be more careful, though.
All right. I will try to be careful as I try again.
Sure. So you can do a sleight of hand, a stealth check, as she suggested, or you could go with a performance.
I'll try a stealth check this time.
Okay.
$15, a little bit better.
15, okay. You instead begin to match your movements with the stealthy shadow dragon, and yes, it seems to respond better to these movements, as you are able to be just as stealthy, just as sneaky, dodging off like a rogue in the night, until finally, as you go ahead and dance within the shadow of the shadow dragon, the both of you disappear into like a veil of shadows. Everyone else, you all look around and see they're gone and can barely see a shadow in the clouds above as Sully, you find yourself on the back of the dragon that is just moving through the sky, just shifting, more shifting than flying, as the shadows of, the tendrils of shadows escape from its body. And you can feel the connection successful with your wyvern as you have received the wyvern's blessing.
Yay! I feel like I just kind of like come in and out of being seen with the shadow and like wispy darkness and smoke and stuff.
Instead of you landing back down, you kind of you find yourself coming up and out of the ground from a pool of shadows as the wyvern pulls you up. Itself up, and you can feel the connection during like that transition in the shadows. For that brief moment, you just saw just nothing but darkness, but not a darkness of fear, a darkness of endless possibilities that the wyvern showed you as the two of you escape from the shadows and move over to the side. Okay, and you didn't get hurt. Oh my goodness, that is 2 for 2. Amazing. Who is up next?
I'll look to Delahan and I'll say, do you want to go, or would you prefer if I went next?
Dullahan, I think, seeing that it's not a dance, feels a little more confident. So, and he just kind of steps out, kind of nods at Zendarik that like he'll go next.
That I should go next, or you should go?
Oh, that no, Dullahan's gonna go next.
Okay.
Just, he kind of wants to get it over with.
I offer my hand, like to offer you like a handshake, like a good luck.
Yeah, he takes it, and there is just that and he kind of looks down at the bag. Please, and he moves to the middle of the platform.
In that moment, I was uttering an arcane enchantment of guidance for you, and you feel this arcane circle magic swirl around you and give you a little aid.
Nice. So after receiving the guidance, Delahan, you step forward as, all right then. So why don't you, Delahan, just step upon the platform and we'll see who do you resonate with.
Yeah, he swallows a hard lump of anxiety and he just moves out into the middle.
All right. As you move into the middle, the stage changes once again. It becomes a white and blue like glass platform. You look down and can see your reflection, and the temperature shoots down, and you begin to shiver just very slightly as, coming from the clouds, you see flying is a beautiful blue wyvern with icy blue scales. It's frost touch with just tendrils of frost and rime floating off of its body and antler-like horns protruding from its head. It lands on the ice-covered platform and makes its way over to you as you hear Ashen go, "A frost wyvern. Oh my god, am I gonna be able to see the Frostbound Symphony? I love the Frostbound Symphony. Ooh, ooh." As she looks in anticipation, it walks around you suspiciously for a moment before stopping in front of you, getting very close. You can feel the temperature shoot down even more.
He's gonna look over at Ashlyn, and then he's gonna just make him focus. He's gonna make us the focus on what's in front of him, and he's gonna look the wyvern kind of straight in the eye. It's this thing of you make eye contact for respect, and he saw the others bow, but he wants to look the frost wyvern straight on and meet its gaze as much as possible.
Alright. You match his gaze as it bows and you well, and then it begins to move. It's very slow but powerful movements. As it takes multiple steps to the left, multiple to the right, just leaving a echo of frost in its wake. It then looks to you for a responsive move, as you can roll a performance check or whatever check you wish.
Yeah, because I think he's seen Ink and Sully kind of lean into who they are a little bit and what they can do. Dullan is just going to kind of just raise kind of one hand up over his head and summon his double-bladed scimitar, and then in those same sort of movements, those steps, those kind of lunging steps to the left, he's just going to keep the scimitar over his head, kind of like almost imitating like an extension of the wyvern's wing, to like also kind of cut through the air as if he was cutting through the frost and the cold.
Excellent. And what do you wish to roll for that, or do you want to stick with performance?
I'm not doing performance. Could he make? Oh, there's a +1 to that. Could he make an attack roll? Like he's not attacking the creature, but it is that sort of like he's using his weapon to, mimic what the wyvern's doing, and this is his strength.
Yeah, you can totally roll that. And you attack with dexterity or strength.
Dexterity.
Okay, so you can roll me a dex check and add your proficiency bonus, or just roll an attack roll.
Okay, I'll throw the attack roll. I'll just see how we go on with that because I have that one. And I have the guidance from Zanjarek as well. That's a D4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll throw that as well. That's an 18 in total.
18. So you take out your scimitar and begin slicing and moving, and almost instantly you connect. You are starting to understand that connection that Faustus had with his dragon. It's almost like you were born to bond with this dragon, this frost dragon, this dragon under its own frozen sky. As the two of you begin to move majestically, the snow begins to accumulate and trickle down, creating a serene, beautiful scene as the two of you dance and move, leaving footprints as they are on the ground, as you don't even realize that you're just caught in this trance. The rest of you see the wyvern in one motion pick up Dullahan as he's still on holding on to him instead of just letting it ride on his back, as it flaps its wings as well, holding tightly, and the two of them are spinning through the sky. The clouds break apart as more beautiful snow shoots down, and at the end, it in one quick motion uses its tail, wraps you around it and places you on its back and spreads its wing out as just the rime begins to slowly descend, and you can see the beautiful sight of all of Greymore before you, before it lands down onto the platform once again, successfully bonding with your frost wyvern. Oh my goodness. I knew the Frostbound Symphony was amazing. Look how majestic. You even created snow. Sorry, as an ice mage myself, it's just a beautiful sight to see.
Okay. And he's just gonna step to one side next to his wyvern and just... I can't believe that worked. And just... brace.
And last but certainly not least, the noble house of Zendaric. Ooh, I can't wait. Your family members have quite the interest in wyverns. I've seen all types, and it's always something different. Let's see what you are able to bond with. Step onto the stage.
I will take a deep breath and think to myself, last but not least, here we go. And I will also cast guidance on myself as I feel nervous about this situation, but I think I'll do all right. And then I'll step onto the stage.
The stage quickly begins to glow, blues, purples, and hints of orange and pink. There's a shimmering, almost like a mirage-like effect that begins to appear in the air around you, Zendaric, as not coming from the clouds, but apparating slowly from the air itself is a beautiful wyvern. The wyvern has an ethereal twilight look to it. A mystery, as is just colors of purple and pink and blues that resemble what happened on the stage, and intricate patterns on the wings. These look more like butterfly wings, a sense, attached, or fairy wings attached to its arms. And it's elegant. Not the strong, sharp features of dragons, but more something akin to the Fey realm. Well, I'll be a twilight wyvern. These wyverns are from the Fey. I've never seen one of these before. Oh, wait, what is it called? The Wings of the Twilight. That's it. That's the dance. Oh, I can't believe I've never seen this before. A combination of Shadow Fae and the material planes all culminating into one. Oh, put on a grand show, will you, for us, Zendaric? And this one doesn't land on the ground. This wyvern continues to flap about 5 feet off the ground, but still directly in front of you. This beautiful iridescent eyes.
I will, in this moment, activate my hypnotic gaze, not as an attack to enchant it and enthrall it, but as a signal that it is completely captivated me, as I am hoping to captivate it, and my arcane eyes will alight and glow, and I will offer a bow, so that way I can begin this dance.
Okay. It looks at you, both of you entranced with each other's magical prowess, as its wings open up large and change from its twilight hue to that of just clear mirrors, and you see a reflection of yourself. 1,000 reflections of yourself within the wings of this creature as it bows as well and begins the dance of the Wings of Twilight. What would you like to roll? Or performance?
I would like to roll an Arcana check. So as the mirrors activate and you see like I see myself sort of reflecting within it, I start I like put my hands out backwards behind me in an awkward fashion, and as I do, I sort of scrape upwards arcane runes behind me, and I shout out, "With this magical vow, I weave enchantments into the Fey Shadow Realm's embrace. Through ancient rites of whispered spells, I beckon the spirits of Fey to intertwine with my essence, and then I will Twilight step to the opposite side or behind it, and I will continue to chant, in the ethereal presence, profound connection shall unfold, a dance shared in magic and harmonious whispers," and I will reconnect the arcane sigils using like the prestidigitation spell to write these sigils in the space around me, and I will like to roll an Arcana as I try and make this connection and vow.
Alrighty, go ahead and roll that Arcana check. Don't forget to add your D4.
Thank you. Oh, a 9.
You have the star from the Stars and Wishes if you wish to
I
use it.
know. I will use it. This is a roll.
So from a 2 to a
22. Plus the plus
22.
one from the
Yeah.
D4.
much better. You both of you connect and continue to dance, and the mirror is reflecting, and all of you can see this as well. And at one point in the dance, each mirror reflects a different motion that Zendark performs all simultaneously. It's strange. It's as if you're seeing the past, present, and future all reflected into this wyvern as the both of you begin to float, powered by an unseen force with your magic as you ascend, and it grabs you with his wings, cupping you, and then releasing, and you will just suddenly appear on its back. The sun hitting your skin as you instantly apparate and face step to the surface, or say above the clouds, before diving straight down, threatening to crash in it as you just disappear and reappear next to the rest of the wyverns on the back of this fey creature, as you have felt the bond connect and you are one with your wyvern. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. By the 9, that was the best thing I have seen ever. Wow. Your circle is so impressive. We had no injuries, no failed bonding. All of your pas de deux was so great and grand. And hold on, I'm tearing up. Oh. She takes like a wing and wipes her eye. That was amazing. Congratulations. These are your wyverns, your friends, your family. An extension of your very soul. May they guide you and protect you along your journey. Keep in mind, they're still young. They can't quite defend themselves as well as you want them to, and once they're gone, they're gone. So protect them. They'll do what they can to survive, and as they grow stronger, you may be able to use them more effectively in battle when they develop their breath attacks. But we'll see how you grow with your newfound family members. Well, we shall return back to the Rook as we have ended our ceremony. Congratulations once again. May the 9 be on your side, and I wish you luck in all of your quests and your endeavors. And she proceeds to collect her things, as she did not need to heal anyone, open up the door, let's go, and make her way downstairs. And by make her way, she flies down.
I will fly down on the back of my wyvern too after her.
Well, the wyvern can't fit through the door.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I thought that was the whole point.
We'll say you can fly. You know what? You summon your wyverns when you're ready to go, but this is an extra plane. You have to go through the door.
Oh, okay.
Oh. So we have to walk back down the stairs?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Just throw me off. Just throw me off. Okay.
So as you all make your way out, Lucian looks at you. Impressive. I was bit 3 times before my wyvern. And I also was not blessed with and looking over at Sully, a shadow wyvern. Very rare. All of you have very rare wyverns indeed. None of the primary. Shadow, Fey, Frost, and... Hold on. Why am I drawing a blank?
Opal.
Thank you. Shadow, Fey, Frost, and Opal. Well, you have a quest to take, and I'm sure you're eager to try out your wyverns. Let's head back down and prepare for your real first quest. And he goes and steps in, jumps off, and then gently casting, this will do. He'll go to jump off and say, "Follow me. I promise you will not be harmed." Jumps, makes a flish and a switch of his finger as a magical dust appears around your feet. He jumps off and gently glides down, casting the Featherfall ability on all of you.
Nice.
Thank you.
So as you all jump down and gently arrive back into the rookery, we will take a short break.
Woo!
All right. So we're going to go ahead, take a little bit of break, and then all that's left is to head off to your quest. But
Yeah.
All right.
So
What cool wyverns everyone has.
Yeah, cool wyverns.
awesome job, everybody. So please stay tuned. We will be back in just a few short minutes, and we will continue this journey. So we're going to put the bookmark and see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
See you in a bit.
Why are you giggling?
I don't know. Out of
Travis?
nowhere. Did I miss something?
So Rachel getting into her pose was so funny.
Yeah, I'm ready to greet with a little
Uh,
little face. I make faces.
I love it.
I love it.
What I do.
Love it.
It's what I live for.
Faces.
Whoa.
Like the Fey realm. It's a face. But welcome back, everyone. Let's remove the bookmark and continue our tale. So, MGUs, you have just received your wyverns.
Hell yeah.
Gotten down into the rookery and have escaped and have left after Ashlyn bids her farewell. Opening up the doors, Lucian walks with you, closing behind it as you continue to make your way back to the Fractal Centaurum proper and to the fields where you can make your way to your destination. Lucian, during the journey, looks on over to you all. I want to give you something, all of you, in honor of your first real quest here. And he goes into his large wizard sleeves and pulls out kind of like a small little book, slightly thick, and begins handing one to each and every one of you. Because of all of the commotion that we've been through the last few weeks, this past month, we haven't really got a chance to sit down and take official training courses. So, I spoke with the other deans and was able to get a collection of knowledge from myself and them, and I copied it all into this book for you. It has been tailored to each and every one of your strengths, ways to improve your abilities. Read it over on your adventure, practice. Even though you're outside of the school, you're always learning. Everything is an experience for you to grow. And as he gives it all to you and you just quickly flip through them, you see there are, according to each in your individual classes, you can see that there are tips and tricks and abilities written on them. And I'm going to review them all to you very quickly. Ink, you have the Book of the Bard that has been written.
Book of the Bard.
Been written by Lucian himself, with tips from other deans that are bards. As Lucian's not a bard, but you see something called battle hymns. Now, this is the advanced 5th edition level up new ability. Like music, battle can be wild and chaotic, and through the sensible use of formula and talent, order can be brought with a dedicated change of tune. You learn a battle hymn. It can be expressed in any way, a special leitmotif in your music, a change in pitch, or even a more advanced version of your favorite art. So your battle hymns are listed in the sheet. At this level, you can learn 2 battle hymns. And you can choose between Harmony of Pain, Overbearing Rhythm, or Song of Clarity. Harmony of Pain, the creature gains a number of temporary hit points equal to your bardic inspiration die. Overbearing Rhythm, an attacker targeting the creature has disadvantage on its attack roll. Or Song of Clarity, at the start of the creature's turn, if it does not have 0 hit points, the creature may expend and roll one of its hit dice to regain hit points.
So these are buffs or debuffs,
Yes.
essentially.
Mhm.
Cool. I'll take the one that the overbearing rhythm.
Okay.
That sounds really fun.
You get 2.
And then I'm struggling between clarity or pain.
Off healers, remember.
Oh yeah, I'll take the pain one. Actually, yeah,
Group off healers.
yeah, that's true. Where are the healers at? Yeah, I'll take the one that gives hit points back to people.
Okay. Some things to notice: audience and sustained song. Audience, unless stated otherwise, the battle hymn does not have a target until you choose one, and each target a single creature within 30 feet. You may choose to target a creature at any point, but after targeting a hymn, its target cannot be changed. And sustain song. When you activate a battle hymn but have not chosen a creature to benefit from it yet at the start of your turn, when it would end, you can instead choose to sustain the battle hymn until the start of your next turn without expending a use of bardic inspiration.
Very cool.
And you concentrate on these hymns, so keep that in mind. You won't be able to use a concentration spell, and if you get hit, you have to roll a constitution check.
Cool.
Sully, you have the Book of the Rogue. Here you can choose a set of moves and tactics called combat tactics here. You have the Ambusher, the Carver, or the Sniper. The Ambusher, when you begin your turn hidden, you gain advantage on melee attacks to the end. When you deal sneak attack damage, Carver, when you do sneak attack damage with a dagger, your attack deals an additional 1d6. And Sniper, once per turn, you make an attack with a ranged weapon, and you can choose to add your proficiency bonus to the damage roll. Next, you get Innocent Facade. You are skilled with hiding your motives. Choose one of the following options. You must be proficient in a skill or tool to gain an expertise dice from it. Innocent Facade. You can do Cipher, which is you gain an expertise die on deception checks. Distraction, performance checks. Veiled Threat on intimidation checks. Or Social Expertise on insight, persuasion, or sleight of hand. You also get combat maneuvers, but you have to choose between 2 out of these 3 schools: Biting Zephyr, Mist and Shade, or Rapid Current. And you get to choose 2 maneuvers within them.
I think that I am going to take the Observer. I'm going to be a Carver, as I used in the last session. And I picked up the Eye Slash and Perplexing Flurry. Rogue, or are they tactics?
Combat tactics.
Combat tactics, yeah. So,
Or
yeah, I
maneuvers.
think I'm all set.
Awesome. Also, remember, you have to fuel these maneuvers by using a special die known as, let me make sure I have the right word here, Exertion. You get twice your proficiency bonus of exertion dice to fuel these combat maneuvers.
Oh, twice the proficiency. Excellent.
Dullahan, you have the Book of the Fighter. Similar to that of the Rogue, you also get combat maneuvers to choose from. You get soldering knacks. Over the course of your training and adventures, you have picked up a variety of skills and tricks to help you make your way. At first level, which you are since past, you gain a soldering knack of your choice. Your knack are detailed at the end of your class description. And you have tons of different knacks you can choose from. And you also can see how many knacks you get by looking at your fighters column. So you can choose between Amphibious Combatant. You gain a swimming speed of 1 and may use an exertion to re-roll a failed strength, dexterity, or constitution check related to aquatic activities. Burst of strength. You have moments of incredible strength. You can use an exertion die to add your proficiency bonus to a strength check, even if you already have your proficiency bonus added. Campaigner. You have the ability to go for the long haul, carrying heavy equipment across. You double your strength score when determining your carry capacity, lift, push, and draw. And you may add your proficiency bonus to the number of hours you can march before risking fatigue. Clear Sight Sentinel, where you can see within dim light. You do not suffer disadvantage from that sight when you make perception checks. Extreme Leap, allowing you to jump further. Use an action to dash and make a long jump, no more and no less. Moving no less than 20 feet, I mean. Mountaineer, you can climb up mountains and high to difficult terrain with no extra cost. Night Watch is you're used to sleeping at night and you can make the most of your rest. When you take a long rest, add your proficiency bonus to the number of hours you can spend in light activity. So it allows you to kind of work a little bit more without wasting your long rest. Stable Footing, you have advantage on saving throws to about falling or getting prone. And Weather Beaten, exposed to all kinds of weather over your life, you are Inure to all of the most deadly effects. You gain advantage on saving throws against cold and hot weather. So, no need to pick now if you haven't, because I just threw a lot to you, but those are the things that are written in the book for ways for you to accomplish these deeds.
I think I'm going to go with the burst of strength. That's what I was eyeing up during the week. So I think that's the one I think I might be using for a little bit.
All right. Finally, you get Steely Mind. You can choose one of these following options to add to your arsenal. Closed Helm. You are great at controlling your emotions. Creature at disadvantage on insight checks against you. As well as expertise die on saving throws against Charmed and Frightened. Heroic Flair, you have advantage against persuasion checks made to influence creatures with a CR lower than your fighter level. And Watchful Eye, you are eternally alert and wary, ready for trouble. You have advantage on insight checks made to determine hostile intent or predict violence, and your passive perception increased by 5.
Yep, it's going to be that Watchful Eye.
Awesome. And last but not least, Zendark, you were given the Book of the Wizard, and this is detailed even more so because Lucian himself is a wizard, or mage. You get to choose elective studies as you go and peruse the book. Your study of magic has uncovered unique ways to explore the world. You gain one elective of your choice, and this electives will augment your abilities accordingly. And of course, the electives you have is airlift. You can jump higher 15 feet. Detect magic savant. You get to lengthen your detect magic duration, extend the detect magic radius, or penetrate through barriers. Eidetic memory, near perfect memories, and advantage on ability checks made against hostile environments on a route that you have traveled. Illusion detective. You have advantage of seeing and making out illusions. Lore master of creatures, basically getting all the information on creatures that exist within Adramel. Lore master of travel, same thing but more of a history sense to figure out your way around the places on culture, etiquette, government, and populace. Persistent mending. You can choose 6 creatures who rested with you after a long rest, and you can mend and fix up their goggles, shoes, their coats, things like that. And then finally, prestidigitation. The following effects are included with your prestidigitation spell. You can transmute a small piece of string, use the head side of coins like a lens, a pebble you touch becomes a sensor you can see through, or a piece of parchment paper, you can create an exact copy of it on another piece of parchment paper.
I've been struggling between the persistent mending and the prestidigitation because I think they're so cool. And I originally signed up for presto, but I think I'm gonna lean into my weaving roots and take the persistent mending because the coats, goggles, or shoes are actually magical effects that give bonuses to allies. So I'm gonna use that one.
Awesome. And don't forget your scholarly excellence. You can choose academic, ritual, efficiency, or rote memorization. Academic, you gain 4 specialties from arcana, culture, engineering, history, nature, and religion. And unlike normal academic specialties, may be taken twice, increasing the specialty's expertise to 1d6. So you get expertise in those items. Ritualistic efficiency, when you can only need 1 minute to cast a ritual and not 10, or rote memorization. You could choose a cantrip which has a casting time of 1 action but does not deal damage. You can cast that cantrip as a bonus action, a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus.
I really like the academic. I was struggling because the ritual efficiency seems really awesome too. But I'm going to go with academic, and I will take arcana twice, a history, and a culture.
Sure.
So
And
that will give me expertise dice.
And the culture dice will be used for anything. The cultural roll will be a new skill roll that you all can use to better understand just the very culture of how things work. And depending on what you're trying to understand will change what the culture check gets its bonus from. There'll be like magic, maybe intelligence, charisma, so on and so forth. Alrighty, now that we've got that all done, Lucian says, "This should prepare you for the journey ahead. I hope it serves you well. So, are you ready to finally go off and be the spell breakers I know you all are?"
I mean, Professor, I'm ready to go off. That's the very least true.
Well then. And as you've been reading and doing this, you've been traveling to the school, finally getting towards the front doors as he opens it up for you. You step outside and breathe the fresh air once again, as many different students are either taking carriages, going on horses, or, if they're high enough, have gotten their wyverns and are flying off. Feel free to summon your wyverns here. According to the quest you've taken, I see that you're heading down to the Mystic Mountains. Looks like there were gnoll attacks. Specifically, looks like 3 towns have called for our aid. The town of Roncalli, the town of Summerfield, and the town of Merville. I'll leave it up to you to which one you wish to travel to first. The directions for each are located on the map given with the parchment that you retrieved. Be safe. Although this is a C-tier quest, our circle seems to be intertwined with something greater than we ever known. I wouldn't be surprised if you run into something that seems to be above your class. If do so, that will be a breach of contract. You immediately return here, and we will provide the appropriate solution. I don't want to lose any one of you. Understood?
If it gets too hairy, we will get out of there and leave all those people to die, sure.
That's not what I meant, Sully. If you die, then who is to save them? You are heroes, yes, but your life has value.
And so does theirs.
Just be safe.
And just to make 1,000% sure, this quest has been vetted by the staff. There's not going to be any secret mystery,
Fake cities,
traps, lies. There are really knolls where we're going.
Yes. The headmistress herself has been vetting all of the quests before they come in, and I assure you, as I've even looked into this one particularly myself, this is a real request from real people.
Copy that.
Well, I'll leave you to it. You have your sending stone to me. If there's anything at all, let me know. He places his hand on each and every one of your shoulders, and takes a moment to really connect with you all. Good luck. I would say make me proud, but you already have. He smiles and steps back. He doesn't leave. He wants to see you off, but he does step back so you to call your wyverns.
Everybody else name their wyverns because I did during the break.
Yeah.
Hooray! Beautiful. Let's do it. Ink reaches into their heart and their mind, making the connection with their wyvern, and they say, "Sonata to me."
Sonata,
yeah. I was like trying to rack my brain about like musical bard shit, and I just really like Sonata.
You think of
I
Sonata.
might call her Nada for short, to be honest, though. I like Nada a lot.
Or Sona.
Sona, yeah.
But yes. You think of Sonata in your head, that beautiful opalescent creature, and you can you can sense her. You know she's there. And then you suddenly feel the warmth of the wyvern surround you as from the sky shooting off in the bright light is Sonata as she lands directly in front of you, putting herself down for you to mount when ready. And there's an actual saddle and things. To sit just on a wyvern alone would be very uncomfortable. There's actually a saddle already attached.
Is there a way to take Big Steve along too?
Big Steve is around there and looks very worried as Sonata goes and stares at Big Steve as well.
Oh, my children are meeting. Oh no.
He steps up and Sonata kind of gets closer.
Yeah,
and eats
I
him
take
and I'm
like a hand and I put one on like Sonata's like little snoot and one on like Big Steve's little face, and I'm just like, I love both of you so much. We're a family now. Just like to calm them both.
Moment animal handling check. This is mostly for
Oh boy.
Big Steve, as
Shit.
your
Shit.
wyvern is an intelligent enough creature where
Yeah.
she understands.
She gets that this dog is our friend. Animal handling. I'm not great at that, and my dice rolls are bad.
+2 though. We'll add +2 to this as well.
So 14 with a
Yes.
+2.
Okay, awesome. Big Steve reluctantly gets closer towards Sonata, and Sonata just nuzzles him gently, but takes the initiative before picking him up from like the scruff of the neck and just placing him in like in an extra little area in a saddle that seems to be able to fit Big Steve comfortably.
Yeah, a little sidecar.
Mm-hmm.
Little sidecar for my dog. On my dragon. Dungeons. D&D's fucking wild.
Do the rest of you call your wyverns?
I think you want to book it. No, yeah, I call my wyvern.
All right. No name yet?
I whisper in Thieves' Cant, so the other party members do not know what I am saying. Psychically reaching out, so the players know. I say, Palumbra, come to me.
Palumbra. You reach out for Palumbra, and the same feeling wafts over you, but instead of from the sky, you see a pool of shadows appear on the ground as pulling out is this large black wyvern with a saddle on its back as it in the pool of shadows disappear, and Palumbra sits next to you.
That is exactly what I envision a shadow cloak doing, so this is perfect.
Nice. Who calls their wyvern next?
I feel like we should go on the order that we did, didn't we?
Yeah, I guess.
Come on, my
fair
OCD is kicking in.
So yeah, okay. Dullahan just kind of closes his eyes, and on an exhale, like on his breath, he just whispers, "Fall, ire," and just for anyone who doesn't speak Irish, ire is actually the Irish for ice, and it happens to sound like the English word ire, which means rage. So I think it's quite fitting. Yeah.
Nice. So ire, is it fall ire or ire is just
Fall, fall is like the command. Ire is their name. Yeah.
perfect? And as you all look up, there's a cloud that bursts into snow as forming within this thick cloud of snow dust, you see wings appear and it pushes away in a gust as the majestic frost wyvern iron falls down with this beautiful kind of like a summoning of Shiva from Final Fantasy moment as it appears gently down, a cloak of ice falling on his back, creating its saddle.
Yep, you just have fun.
All right. And finally, Zinda, did you name your wife?
I did. I came up with a name. Bitch.
You can't call your wyvern bitch.
No.
That's such a bad name,
That
Travis.
was
It's a
straight
terrible
up.
name.
That was above board.
Yeah, I know.
You see him sort of like look downward and then open his eyes, and he says, "Reveal your Let me start over. He looks up and says, "Reveal your resplendent radiance, allure."
Allure?
Yeah.
I love it.
Allure.
Allure. Good names. Good names for all our wyverns, y'all.
Spicy.
As you call upon Allure to reveal their radiance, once again that strange bend in the air like a mirage begins to form, and almost like the Cheshire cat, parts of wings begin to just appear in the air and spread apart, as it becomes just reflections upon reflections and never-ending fractals, as there was a small like shattering and appearing there. It's floating with this majestic, beautiful twilight wings is Allure, the dragon of twilight, of the Fae, and of the Shadow Fae. Beautiful, beautiful, your wyverns. A great reflection of your souls. Now go, be the heroes I know you are. As Lucian looks up proud, a small little tear growing in his eye. As you can all mount your individual wyverns, head on, and just mentally thinking of the destination you want, they walk over to the edge of the Isle of Eternity, looking down, seeing nothing but clouds and just air. The wyverns free fall one by one, and continue as you all start to descend in a free fall. That feeling of like vertigo quickly coming upon you, but then the wyverns themselves seem to push a sense of reassurance upon all of you as you're all comfortable, connected, until finally the wyvern wings catch the air, lock their heading in, and then slowly start to make their way, well, quickly, because these are speedy wyverns, make their way across the skies. The vision of the Isle of Eternity and the Fractal Centaurum becoming smaller and smaller and smaller and dissipating as you have nothing but the mountains of the mystic mountains that surround Corinth around you, the mystic moors, the marshlands that encompass most of this realm, and you head due south west to the location on your map. The journey is a beautiful one. It's cold for all of you. No need for you to make any checks, but it is very cold as it is coming upon winter at this time within Greymore. But nevertheless, the sights pass by as you see the many different towns and villages that encompass this realm, and it probably will take you, at the speed you're going and the distance you're going, a couple hours, because you're going pretty quick. but you're going in this far distance. But the morning quickly becomes afternoon as the wyverns begin collecting another. You're flying in like a V formation to make sure there are no dangers around as you look down finally and can see a small village beneath you, and the wyverns just like cawing or roaring in alert, and you get the sense that you arrived at your destination, and the wyverns slowly begin to spiral and descend down to the edges of the village entrance. You all land safely in a little grotto. You can see that the Mystic Mountains are not too far away from you to your west. As you see a sign written, like a signpost with a path heading in that direction, saying the town of Roncalli. What do you wish to do?
Well, is there a contact on the scroll, Dillahan, or does it say just to take care of the problems in the area?
I don't remember there being one, but Dylan kind of is just thinking the towns were just listed as they've come together. They've pooled all their resources to pay for this quest. I assume if we speak to an official, they might be able to offer more, but no, there's nobody named as such.
All right. What time of day is it now?
It's mid-afternoon, so probably around 1-2 p.m.
All right. It's afternoon. We probably do have a few more hours of daylight, but should we perhaps secure lodgings for this evening in this town in case this takes us more than a few days to handle?
I think we should. You know, there's less daylight when winter's coming, so we should probably head down.
Perhaps we can learn something to speak with some of the locals.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe if we see any patrolling guard, they might be able to point us in a direction of where we might need to also go.
Are our wyverns gonna be fine alone, or should we be like, go back to the sanctum and we'll call you when we need you, knowing that it will take them hours to come if we need them? Or can they stay and hunt in the area?
Yeah, you need to get a sense that, because especially using Dark, you have been around wyverns. This is not new to you per se. They go off on their own. They'll hunt and they'll be safe, ready for you to appear when you call them.
Okay.
So we can just shadow fax them into existence?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, so I will say, allure, be charming, but be safe. Fade like a mirage. And I send her away.
All right. She fades away, within the air, and you get the sense that although she is your wyvern a she? Just want to make sure I get.
Right now it is. I was about to say canon she. It is.
Okay. She
felt natural. That's what happened. Yeah.
All right. She disappears, but you sense that she is not too far away. Probably in the Shadow Fae or other places, who knows? And do you all dismiss your wyverns accordingly?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
Ink thinks.
Yeah.
Good work, Sonata. You've earned a nap. Sonata flies somewhere to curl up and take a little nappy nap.
Alrighty, and Sonata goes off to do her dealings.
My sweet Sonata.
As Ire and Pelumbra also disappear in their magical sense of frost and shadows, leaving you on your feet to head towards the town of Roncalli. So,
To find a patrol and talk to them about the gnolls?
that's the plan.
Let's go. We do that. We do that.
As you first enter into Roncalli, the town looks to be still reeling from some type of recent attack. The streets that you can assume, those of you who are from Corinth, so Zendark, without even having to roll, you know that Roncalli is a bustling small village. But now it looks to be bare with signs of destruction and despair. Buildings show scorch marks and boarded up windows, remnants of what you assume are the Knoll raids. The air is heavy with the scent of smoke and lingering fear, as the town people seem to be cautiously going about their day, their faces etched with weariness as they all look at these newcomers that enter and make sure they keep a safe distance.
No, this is wrong. This is supposed to be a bustling little village. I fear this may be worse than we imagined. If the Knolls have attacked these people in these villages so much that they're cowering from trade and newcomers, it's surely worse than we thought. The raids might be coming. Maybe even here.
I mean, it would make sense to be attacked at night. Extra cover, darkness, misdirection, some people sleeping.
Is there like people who are like on their porch, like rocking chair? You said people like that, like got up and like left to like go into their house type deal.
Yeah. It's people who saw you have left. They got either gone to their house. There's a mixture of stores and houses that are sprawled around this small village. You are getting stares. People are just looking at you as you walk by. Other people are there going into their houses, going into stores.
Is there like sort of a tavern looking spot, or like an inn, sort of like a, you know how like in a old timey they had like a signs out front that flap in the shape of like a keg of ale or something that indicate that like that's a welcoming place?
Oh, certainly. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check or perception check, whichever one.
All right, I will percept with my eyes. 23.
23. Okay. You look around at the people and just continue to navigate this strange town. You see what looks to be a large building. A picture of a bed and ale, a cup of ale next to it, with written in common a sign that says, "The Weary Traveler's Rest."
I will sort of shout back to the others. I think around the corner here, I've spotted a tavern. It says the Weary Traveler.
Hey, we're that. Let's go there.
Hi. You always know how to bring a smile, Ink. You're so great.
Silver Quill. Operation.
All right, let's make our way towards that tavern and see what it looks like on the inside. See how, like, the people are.
All right. As you all enter the door of the Weary Traveler's Rest, you can immediately tell that this tavern has seen better days. The atmosphere is somber, with patrons huddled in small groups. You listen in with your passive perceptions and can hear exchanging of stories of loss and survival. Definitely mentions of Knoll attacks and what people have lost within those raids. Tears.
Do any of these people that are sort of whispering mention like a frequency or when the last one occurred? Like, was it days ago? Was it like hours ago? Was it weeks ago?
Go ahead and roll me another perception check.
15.
15. You listen in to a group drinking cups of ale, obviously drunk, but drinking away their sorrows. One gentleman goes, they attacked. They're becoming more frequent. It was just every other day. Now it's every night. What about tonight? Where are those blasted spellbinders that they hired? We need help. Why isn't the Pontifex doing anything about this?
I'd like to roll a culture check to see, is it appropriate for us to be like, we're them, or would it be better if we went to like a leader and had the leader introduce us?
Sure. So you can roll a culture, which will be based off of your intelligence and any other bonus you get to culture.
Okay, so I get plus a d4 expertise. So 14.
Actually, I should say wisdom, but yeah, we'll keep it. Is your wisdom better?
No.
Okay, so we'll just keep this one. It's fine. What was the number?
14.
14. And you want to find out what exactly?
Is it culturally appropriate? Like these, like people, like, would it be right for us to be like, and we're those spellbinders? Or is it proper decorum to go to the leader and have the leader, because he was complaining about us and like their leader not having, security. So I want to like follow proper protocol since I'm trained in culture.
I would say yes. You would know that it wouldn't be like sacrilegious to talk to them, but most spellbinders will go to whoever is in charge, whoever put in the request, and follow what they say. Because what if they wanted a secret, or what if you don't know what the details are until you speak with them. That's usually your first job.
I'll sort of just say to these people casually, I'm sure help will be arriving rather shortly. And I will make my way like back to the group with like a few drinks and say, we should speak to someone who's in charge and let them know that we're here. These townsfolk are weary and it seems we are expected.
Okay. Barkeep walks on over. Welcome to the Weary Traverse West. Yes, please have a seat there. The drinks are help yourself. There's a barrel over there with our mead. Just take the ladle, dip it in your cup, and we will receive your payment from the table. Have a good day, and just walks away.
Excuse me.
Yes.
By any chance, do you know where we might find a village elder or the head of your town's council?
Yes. If you want to talk to the mayor, you can. His house is just straight down the road there. You can't miss it.
And their name, by any chance?
Aldrich Ravenshield.
Thank you.
Good call, Dillahan. I'm going to put a gold in this person's hand before they walk away and say, can you reserve us a few rooms? We're going to go speak with the mayor.
Certainly. You've kind of overpaid, though. I'm sorry, we're not the fancy of places. And he looks you up and down, seeing how fancy you're all dressed, or very fancier than everyone here anyway. As he goes, are you sure the accommodations will be to your liking? I have to be honest with you. We've had a string of attacks happen here, and it may be unwise to stay here until they've been resolved.
We're actually here to help.
Are you the... Oh, by the 9. No. And he hands you back the gold coin. It's... If you are the ones who were called from the fractal, no. Your room and board are on us. Please, save us.
We assure you we will do our best.
Do you all need your own rooms? We have basically every room open. No one wants to stay here.
Yes, please. I require private accommodations for myself and my dog.
Hello there. Sure. I'll have a key waiting for you at the front desk as he points over to the desk. All of you want your own rooms?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll keep it safe and I'll have it waiting for you. Thank you again. Thank you. May the Nine bless you. Thank you.
May the blessings of the Nine be returned.
Kind of somberly walks back. But there's a little pep in his step now that he knows, and then your conversation seemed to have been overheard by the people there, and they're like, hey, he said that the help was supposed to be on the way before. And then the people who are still chatting, but no one comes up to bother you, though.
All right. Good work. Let's head to the mayor. Aldrich
Ravenshield. You all leave the inn, the Weary Travelers rest back into the town. People are trying to board up. Some people seem to have even given up. You hear one person goes, what's the point? They're gonna come back tonight anyway. As you walk through, you can see broken glass on the ground, fruits and vegetables that have been trampled upon, broken statues of the Nine that were here are now just sprawled across the cobblestone road as you continue to make your way down, passing many different shops and places for commerce, until finally at the end of the road reaching what looks to be a damaged large wooden lodge. There's a gateway that leads up to a small flight of steps, and the door that is missing or open, but you can see inside of several furnishings. What do you do?
Aldrich Ravenshield, are you here?
You hear the sound passively, Sully, of a sword being swung in and grunts, ha! 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 But no one answers other than that.
I think they're back there. Got everybody. I go further to hear this. Hopefully, not questionable sounds.
Sounded more like battle sounds or
Sure.
training sounds. As you step around the corner in the group you follow, before you step into the actual house, you see what looks to be a woman drenched in sweat, her hair in a ponytail, black, definitely human. She carries a large sword and is swinging it. In every swing, there is a bit of sweat that flies off of her. She turns. She begins attacking, and then as you step up into her view over the corner of her eye, she spots you and she turns, pointing the sword at you. Who goes there? Who are you?
Greetings and salutations. We are the Spellbinders from the Fractal Sanctorum. We are arrived to help you with your Knoll situation.
I told Father not to bother getting the Fractal Centaurum or even the Pontifex involved. I can handle these gnolls myself, just given a chance. As you can see, she is a young woman, but despite her youth, she seems to exude a sense of overconfidence and authority, carrying herself with like the poise and grace of a seasoned battled warrior. almost nobility-like in a sense, though very pompous from the sound of her voice. Her raven black hair swafts back and forth in a ponytail as she walks up to you. All right. You want to speak to my father? Fine. Whatever, you just fail like the others anyway, and up to me to do it. You see there's like a locket around her neck that's dangling, swinging back and forth as she moves. This way. My father's inside. He's been waiting for you. And she walks into the opened house.
Ink leans back to the crew as we follow behind and whispers very quietly, well, you'd think if she could handle it herself, she'd have handled it already, right?
I mean, I wasn't going to say it, but I was thinking it.
I didn't want to say it either.
Ink has gone so snarky and shady. The trauma has just turned Ink into like this very snarky little cat.
I mean, you go down the hallway of forever and...
You realize you're a chaos being. Just go fuck it.
Yeah.
Who cares?
You enter in to the building. And you can see it's a 2-story building. The first floor has wooden floors. Mounted on the walls are different animals, game. There's a crest on a shield, what looks like to be a large raven upon it. As she yells out, Dad! Dad! Your frickin' spellbinders have arrived. Wait here. As she walks to the back.
We'll wait right frickin' here.
Thank you very freaking much.
She kind of turns and gives you shoots you a look. And she turns back and just storms off. Eventually, running down the stairs, you see he's a very short human gentleman. He looks he looks worn and tired, thin and frail. He does have a tailored suit on, with a gray short hair and a gray beard, thick but messy. His demeanor kind of resembles the state of the town itself, but he does look alert. And he goes, oh, you're the Spellbinders. Hello, hi. I am Mayor Aldrich Ravenshield. I am the mayor and the leader of this town. Thank the 9 you have arrived. Thanks so much. It's a pleasure to meet you all. And he bows at each and every one of you. His daughter in the back, just arms crossed.
It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I am Ink. These are my associates Dullahan, Zendaric, and Sully. Please get us up to speed about this knoll infestation. Any information you have so that we might start our work.
Pleasure to meet you, Ink. Yes. I guess I should clue you in on what's going on. Things have gotten a lot worse. I'm not mad. I'm not upset. I did put in this request a few days ago. I was hoping for a more expedient response, but I am thankful for what I can get. At least a fractal came. I haven't heard anything from the Pontifex in quite some time. No one cares about Little Roncalli. It used to be the big thing, but Airtondale's now the place to be. I'm sorry, I digress. Yes, well, about a week ago, a week and a half, I guess, at this time, we were attacked by these gnolls, and our own warriors fought them off, but then they came back a couple days again, and they didn't cause any damage much, just a broken window here and there, some stolen goods, but it kept progressing every night. And now no one has lost their life yet, but we have many injured townspeople. And the weirdest thing... oh, yeah.
One quick question about that. So they're not... Are the gnolls hurting the people, or are the people getting hurt accidentally in the commotion?
Well, now, before, no, but now, yes. People are defending their goods. The gnolls By the way, the strange thing is they're talking and full on walking gnolls. They're not just type of gnolls. They actually can communicate, which is very odd. And they've stolen so many valuables from us. We've lost so much money, and those who try to defend and get their things, well, they've been injured. Our
Wait
medics.
a minute. Are you sure they're gnolls and not just some sort of lycanthropic thieves?
Oh, I mean, I'm no gnoll expert, but I'm pretty sure they're gnolls. I mean, I heard they laughed when they arrived and they're left, like wild hyenas. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm not an expert. I'm not a spellbinder.
Okay.
All right.
Ink, have you ever encountered gnolls like this?
Ooh, I'd like to roll for that. And see. Should I do like a history check?
Yeah, you can do a history check.
Cool. Why couldn't this just be lying? I'm very good at lying.
You could just lie to me. We could roll that too.
Well, no, I don't want to lie to you. It's like I've got a very high deception check. 13. How's that gonna do for
13?
Chaboy?
I mean, you know, gnolls are non-sentient creatures
Yeah.
that go around they're like feral. So, but you've never run into talking, thinking gnolls, self-aware
Yeah.
gnolls.
No, this is completely unprecedented. Sentient speaking Knoll speaking full sent. Has anyone detected any sort of glamour magic around them? Perhaps there's a subterfuge going on.
I mean, not many of our people are woven, but those are healers who can detect try to detect magical illusions. Haven't, I mean, found anything out of the ordinary. But we're not trained spellbinders.
That is a good thought, though, to consider. Perhaps if we encounter them, I can determine if there is some enchantments involved.
Your daughter mentioned that others have attempted to deal with the gnolls. Do you know who they were or what became of them?
Oh, well, and if you wish to talk to her, you can, but you should speak with... We do have soldiers that defend us. We do have some type of defense. The Stormbringers. You should speak to their captain, Captain Lillian Stormridge. She has attempted and lost... many, well, no one has been killed, but they've attempted to drive away the gnolls and chase them into the Mystic Mountains, but once there, got lost. It took, we've lost one of our members for 2 days, and I think the 9 that no one lost their life, but everyone is so injured and tired and weary. We're at our wits' end.
And have you seen these guard? What happens when the gnolls come around?
Well, they usually come at night, and I guess they may come tonight, so glad you're here to help defend. They come in, you hear the howls, oh, the frightening howls and laughter, and then they just
Correct.
break in and steal
But-
things.
But what about the guard? Like, where are they during all of this?
Oh, they're at the guard's tower. It's about a quarter of a mile to the east there, you'll see them. They
Is there
come out.
not a centralized entrance to the city that could be protected or barricaded?
Well, there are 3 entranceways to Roncalli, the north and the east and the west.
All right. Have the gnolls been coming from all directions or a specific way?
Every direction they come in. Sometimes they climb the walls, and it's just there's no stopping them. The guards
And-
have tried.
About how many come in these waves?
By 10 to 15.
Oh, a lot. Oh, okay. A lot. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure if their numbers were smaller, we can deal, but they have like these pack tactics where they work together, and it's so difficult and ensure that they can hit us and damage and steal the things they want. Oh,
All right.
is there anything else you need? Anything you do? We know that their hideaway or wherever they're staying is somewhere within the Mystic Mountains. I would speak to Lillian Stormridge. She can tell you, or even aid you, if it comes to that, but I'll leave it to the experts.
All right. Perhaps we should go speak with these captains and these guards and form a plan.
Certainly. I mean, everyone's expecting your arrival. You can just head there and debrief. Do you need a place to stay or anything? I told everyone that your accommodations for food and lodging are on us. Though if you wish to buy and purchase anything at one of our many shops, that would be greatly appreciated, as we are lacking in funds.
So are we.
Oh.
All right. Is there anything else that you could tell us? Anything else of importance? Any odd sightings? Any strange phenomena? Anything that was weird leading up to this increased Knoll attacks?
Well, now that you mention it, I mean, right before the Knolls attacked, Lillian, who's a sort of a mage herself, more of a battle master. I believe they're called Eldritch Knights. She gets these senses when there's a disturbance in the manor, in the ley lines, and she sends something. But I just thought it was a bunch of heebie-jeebies. She's just very cautious. I mean, I didn't think anything of it, but that was kind of a precursor to all of this. I would ask her about it, though.
All right. Well, crew, any other thoughts here before we head out?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, I think we asked everything we could think of.
Yep.
Please, you're our only hope. Anything? No?
No, I thought I had a quit, but my brain is turned into soup.
Okay. All right. So is there anything else you wish to do as both the mayor and definitely his daughter does not protrude? She's just smug in the back.
Smug in the back.
Mm-mm.
Actually, one thing does happen. Oh, I'm sorry.
What?
Go ahead. Ooh,
Oh.
Sorry. No, I didn't want to cut.
I was just gonna say, if they have nothing else to offer, then we'll like make our way out. But if something happens, something happens. What happens?
I would say the daughter, she does run up after he gives you all this information. Dad, I told you, we don't have to spend our money on this. I am strong enough to do this. I can take them out. I just need you to let me just grab a few people from the Stormbringers. I can lead them. Liliana doesn't know what she's talking about. We are descended from heroes. I bear the blood of Ravenshield. Please, let me go. No, Eliana, no. I will not have my only daughter fall in battle. Your job is to lead here. We are no longer heroes. We've lost that title when your great-great-great-grandfather usurped usurped the nobles and tried to bring his own regime. We are lucky to be where we are now, running this town after our name was dragged through the mud. So, please, stay here. Fine. And she storms off. I'm so sorry you had to see that. You know, youngsters these days. Well, have a good day, and we will be rooting for you. Our lives legitimately depend on it.
You hear, like, in a hushed voice, no pressure. We'll make our way towards the guard tower.
Yeah.
All right. So as you continue to go through the town and seeing the desolation that was left by the Null attacks, you make your way, following the signs and the directions that the mayor told you, heading towards the guard tower, the other large building that you can see, almost like a small spire in a way, in this town of Roncalli. And that is where we are going to end tonight's session.
Wow.
Wow. Dire situations here.
Yeah. They're really, the Knolls are wrecking shop. Uh-oh.
These sentient gnolls are going, and these people are desperate. And Eliana, bloodthirsty, it seems.
Yeah.
But there's lots of things going on here, and we will find out next week. So, before we wrap things up, like we like to do as we do every session, let's do our socials, stars, and wishes. So, let's start around eeny, meeny, miny, Zeki. We'll start off with you. Why don't you give us give us your socials, the star, the person who gave you the ooh-ah-ah life and all that, and the wish you wish to see within the next coming episodes.
Oh boy. Well, you can find me at Zektown on all the socials. Just get that knocked out of the park there. And then in terms of stars and wishes, that's tough. I think we all had like a bunch of really great moments today, whether we were talking about our wyverns or, you know, actually, I'm gonna give it to Travis Zendark for like kicking it out of the gate this morning. Like, we were just gonna have our lazy day / adventure that Dullahan had picked up for us. Thanks. And then, you know, Zendark has to go and have this like prophetic destiny of his. So just like the description, I think like it was so jarring when you describe like the teardrops of blood kind of thing, and I think it really like got us into like high gear to like get this figured out. So you're gonna get my star for today, and my wish. I wish to meet this town guard and spy on them, because I think that they are secretly werewolves and they're the ones that are actually stealing everything from their own town. Just saying.
Interesting theory. All right, so that is one vote for Travis, and who knows? There's definitely a mystery here. We'll solve it in the coming sessions. All right, up next is Declan, social star and wishes.
Socials, you can find me at Twitter as the Dova Queen with 2 3s instead of E's. I gotta get that crocheted on a pillow or something. And my stars, yeah, I'm kind of with Zeki on this. There's like everybody was really, really good. Like everybody's always really, really good. Y'all are top-notch players. So I think, and I don't know if I'm being controversial. I don't know if this is going to be seen as like kind of a kiss-ass moment. But has anyone ever given it to Omar, the DM? Has anyone given him their wish or star to the
you know,
DM?
like
Because
part of me wanted to, but I was like, how is he going to reuse that in combat or something?
Against
Yeah,
us, that's how.
Oh,
No,
God.
I think if we give it to him and then he uses it against us, that's just upsetting. But if nobody has any objections, I am going to give it to Omar for purely for Ashlyn, going between Ashling and Lucian, and the back and forth they're swapping between accents. That was just mwah.
Yeah.
That was class. But everybody was phenomenal. So I'm giving it to the DM. I think. Wish. I want to. There, I'm getting a sense from Eliana that they're herself and Dullen are kindred spirits, and he kind of he wants to maybe talk to her a little bit. Not to like, you gotta calm down. It's more, you gotta lean into that rage, but you gotta channel that rage in the right direction. So yeah, that's my wish.
Awesome. Well, look at you breaking the rules. Okay, I'll take it, and I'll see what I'll do with it. But thank you for the star and the wish. Yes, I'm very interested. I hope you do talk to those characters, especially yeah, I'm not gonna give anything away. I feel like I always give things away. You know what? I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. Boop. Yep.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Continue, DM.
No.
Tell us more of the people you think we should talk to.
No. That exactly. So I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. All right. Rachel, your social stars and wishes, please.
Yes, please find me on the internet at I am Rachel Quirky. Specifically on Twitch, because I'm gonna start streaming again. Probably this week. Who knows what we're going to do. So you'll find me over there, twitch.tv/I am Rachel Quirky. Please come hang out. Say hi. Because I am gonna be bored and I'm in between gigs again. So why did I do that? I was going to type just my name and I typed my handle. And I'm in the chat typing our little commands. Mm-hmm. And I would like to give my star also to Travis for the very evocative way prophecy work with the bleeding eyes and the sketches and like the full. It was just a really like cool way to sort of bring up that these prophecies are like not gonna be fun. They're going to be really hard, and I love that that's how you've decided to approach it. And my wish is hanging out with this little twerp. I love her. This little twerp girl. Like, I'll do it myself. But you ain't. You ain't done it yourself. Girl.
Yes.
Girl.
We're going to, catch her, sneaking into the battlefield.
Yeah.
And, have to save her and then, bond with her.
To quote Ted Lasso, she's going to be so mad when she loves us.
I can't wait. Okay. And last but certainly, so that is another one for Travis. Good job, and I can't wait. But last but not least, Travis, your social star and wishes.
Thank you. Yes, you can find me at Zendaric on here, or OMG, it's Travi, and also on Mondays where we play the Radiant Citadel. So you can catch us here live. We'll be picking up our Arc 2, and I will give my. I don't know. It was so hard. Everyone made such cool wyverns, so I don't know. I think I'm gonna give mine to Zeki because his Shadow Wyvern and his roleplay and his determination to continue on was cool. I like that a lot. So good job there, and thank you all very much for my prophetic. You were that was my way to sort of bring you players into my void moment somewhat. So and you all saw it when we got our cards, so you're it's real, it happened. You know what I mean? So I'm glad you all like that. And my wish will be for I don't know. I feel like I want to fight some things. I'm ready for a big hard battle. Not hard. Let me take that back. I'm ready for a strategic long battle and have a get to do some combat maneuvers and tricks.
Awesome. So awesome. So that was
some
you said
group
Zeki,
spells.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for your wish, I mean, yeah, I will warn everyone now, we are in battle zone. So I mean, we're in the exploration mode, which usually has more battles in it versus the roleplay mode, which could have battle in it. So yeah, you'll be utilizing all these cool A5e tools, mechanics in the coming days. So I can't wait for that. Alrighty, so by my count, and that sounds like Travis, you once again have the Star Dragon.
Yay! Thanks, everyone. So now if I happen to die, I can use my inspiration to come back again.
Exactly. And think
It was foretold because I used my descriptions, my prophecy.
Oh, my Lanta.
Before we
Sorry,
head
sorry.
off, that's okay. My meta moment that I would like to give for today is I can't wait for you guys to get into. I don't just do just normal quests just for quest purpose sake, though I can if I want to be like something slow. But there's definitely always something that bleeds into some greater story or something else or that grows. I can't wait for you to pick together this Knoll adventure, and I hope you guys enjoy it. But it should be pretty fun, and it sounds like all your wishes may actually come true, from what I hear. So. With that being said, I want to say thank you so much, everybody, for coming. Thanks so much to the amazing players. Don't forget every hour that you can catch everything Atelier 20s at www.atelier20s.com. Our amazing sponsor, Advance 5th Edition Level Up. You can get everything there. A5e.tools. We didn't show any maps, but you saw the dice rolling. Of course, that was all these dice rolls were done in the virtual tabletop fantasy grounds, so please click the link below. It will do us a great service if you do download and play, and it's free for the basic package, so it's awesome. And of course, the music that you hear now is a Tale of D20's original, as well as music you heard were from Jan Rosa and Dark Fantasies Studios. So with that being said, everyone, we will end the session. Place in the bookmark from the first chapter to the last page. Be kind to one another, spread love, and we will see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye. You almost didn't say it.
I almost didn't say it.
I
And
was
then
like,
and then I remembered.
Okay.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.